by someone or get yourself in trouble if I can't do anything.
That's why you'll be with Zavroski and Cole watching my back from a distance. You'll be there
but you know just as well as I do that when shit hits the fan, you don't have time to caca, motherfucker.
Okay.
It's better.
And we are live Thursday night.
Every time.
It's a great clip.
Oh man,
That was a great. I love that idea. So
We should just play it before everything, including the grogs.
well, not the same clip, but we need to like get the best clip. So we're gonna. I think I'm gonna do that again next week. So Anna came up with this brilliant idea, which was to play a clip of herself because she loves hearing her own voice, is what she was telling us.
Fuck you.
But this great idea of playing a clip from last year, like as the intro to the stream, I think that's a beautiful idea. We'll like get like one clip that sort of encapsulates the last episode, right? And we'll intro that every week. I love that so much. It is Thursday, and after a week off, which felt like about 2 or 3 months, I think, we are back in business, baby. We are glad to have you here. And let me be the first to say Happy New Year to my friends and to all of our watchers. Many thanks to
Happy New Year, everyone.
and
yes,
to all
and
a
to
good
all
night.
a fantabulous night.
Yeah. We are what? Come on, this is exciting. She always acts like she doesn't like it, but she likes us. We know she likes us. So we are here. It is 2020, and we are still running this game, still streaming here on Nerd League Gaming. I'm pretty excited. Last week was a lot. I took a glance at the notes that the great Zavroski keeps. It's preposterous. Like I don't even have to like write stuff as a DM. I just have to check out his notes, and it's fantastic. But his notes are long. It's like a page of notes like this big for this week. It's insane.
We did a lot of stuff.
We got into a lot of
So
trouble on
much.
episode 9.
Yeah. So there's a lot to mention, but maybe Zavroski can give us a sort of abbreviated version. We don't want to spend 15 minutes recapping. I'm sorry. Before we get into the game, anybody have any fun announcements, fun stuff going on? Anything they need to share with all of us? Like me closing my door?
We're working on merch? ? That's fun and exciting.
Ooh, the merch.
We are working on merch.
Yes, we are working on our first design.
Starting with Seduction Haka.
Hell yeah, we're starting with the seduction.
Anna, can you give us a sample of the Seduction Haka? No, fine.
I was gonna green screen it in the back, but I decided not to.
Oh, that'd be awesome. All right, maybe next week.
Too much effort to chroma key that.
Yeah, I can totally do that. Actually, I can set that up. All right. Ideas for next week.
After the break, you'll put a seduction haka behind you.
I don't know if I'm that quick. On the breaks, I generally like to, take breaks, I guess. Well, somewhat, yeah, but mostly just sort of like. Okay, so yeah, merch coming, fantastic. If you haven't followed us yet, we definitely would love to have you follow us. The number one goal I'm going to have for this year is to stop saying It's going to be hard. It is a ingrained thing in my brain, It's just it's in there. So I'm at the talk slower or something. But I did that on purpose. Don't forget, during the course of this game, if you want to help the characters for a mere 200 bits, you can give inspiration to your favorite character. You can also, for a mere 200
Hector,
bits...
why did you just give me bits? I'm confused.
Give inspiration to your favorite dungeon master in this game.
Hector, why did you just give me bits?
He's worried about you. I don't know. He's scared. He's worried about you. Uh-oh. Hector's...
No, he gave Fox bits too. Is he giving everyone bits?
Hector's worried for everyone. Oh no, Hector...
Is it because you think we're gonna have a fist fight in the near future?
I think I already have 4. I already have 4 inspirations, so this is
Hector.
I'm
Is this
killing it now?
Is this what you Is this about that stuff we were talking about in private? Is this what that's for?
No.
That puts me up to 6.
Wait, what?
Jesus.
6? Wait, I have you at 4.
I already have 4, but he just gave me 2 more.
No, he gave you. No, he gave you
I gave
one
you
more.
one.
Oh, one more. Sorry, one more. Sorry, I'm at 5.
All right, hold on. Let me update.
I thought it was 100. For some reason, I thought it was 100 each.
Let me update our
Hector gave inspiration to literally all of us except for himself.
Oh,
Thanks,
He's
Hector.
about to do it right now.
I'm working. Oh, didn't we make the rule that you can't? And that's probably why you did that way.
Did I do that?
We
I
can't
don't.
inspire ourselves.
So
Did we
I
do
thought
that?
the
Something
rule
like that?
the rule was we can give each other our inspiration, but I don't know if we can buy it for each other.
That's a good question. I don't know.
I know we can give it to each other because we've done that before.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll make a ruling on the moment if Roy's got one. Oh baby. Hold on.
No, that's 2.
Why
Why?
would you give it to Roy? Is it so he doesn't kill you? Is that what this is?
Spreading all the holiday cheer.
I don't have my inspiration set up correctly. Oh noes.
You had one from last week.
Yeah, so I've got 2. I'll have to remember that I've got 2 since I don't have. Whoa, how did I mess that up? Darn it. Dang it. All right. Sorry, Hector.
Hector's just you know what Hector's doing?
Merry Christmas.
Delaying the inevitable that is this
Merry
conversation.
Christmas.
All right, I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna figure out what's up with my inspiration. All right, so we are back, and without further ado, let's get into the story. Last 2 weeks ago was
Technically true.
That's actually true. Technically true. Thank you
You
very
were right.
much. I meant to do that.
Very good.
Zavroski, can you give us the Cliff Notes version of your Cliff Notes for the
All right.
stuff that happened last session?
Session 9, we started off just finishing our talk with Mert. He did mention he's interested in Zavroski joining the Harpers. The others in the group are also welcome to join, but he talked to Zavroski himself. And he also had a mission for him to talk to a talking mare, Maxine, who had a brown flower in her ear, to find information on some Zentarum agents in hiding. After we left the Opera Theater on our way home from walking on the street, we heard a scream, but we decided not to investigate after just shutting down the alley and not hearing a response. The next day,
Wah, wah, wah. Plot hook
was
ignored.
the next day was cool and foggy, and a young boy and girl entered and play fought in the tavern, calling Elona a monster and kind of lightly hitting her with their sword. The boy kind of tussled with Elona for a bit, and she eventually threw him on the street and I believe got a little bit of money from the nanny or equivalent. And then Elona went to go talk to her father about making Jake fun again.
Jake fun again.
Yeah, Alona's worried that Jake's not fun anymore because he's not breaking the law.
He's not fun.
Her father and her had a heartfelt conversation where he tried to tell her not to break the law and possibly to just go adventuring outside the city, since the city's a bit restrictive compared to her free-spirited nature. During that, Jake talked with Broxley from the guilds to get work on the manor started with the writ that we got from Mert from the previous session before that one. And he got a signed receipt from Broxley, which he thought Zav would be proud of. While that was happening, Cole was heading to the town records keeper to get information on the Trollskull Manor. He got information on who had it. It was bought at auction by Volo. Before that, the Curl Bottoms, a halfling clan, owned the property as a residence, and they left it abandoned for years. Before that, several people owned it. It kept on changing hands, but there was the Morleys around 40 years ago, and before that,
somebody leave.
Here, look, I've actually got an updated version of those notes here, in case anyone cares.
Well, Cole would see it if Cole was in Fantasy Grounds,
Right.
but he's not.
And it's been listed as #1 Trollskull Alley for the whole time. While that was happening, Zavroski went on his mission to talk to Maxine, the talking horse. At first, he was laughed at by the driver, since he just thought the horse was an ordinary horse. He fed the mare some carrots, and eventually, after searching for a hidden note to no avail, he got the mare to speak. And it sounded like Maxine the horse had spotted Dabble and Yagra at the yawning portal, and he sent that information in a paper bird to Mert. And Jake ended up getting some bullets, and then Kethos talked to Jake at the tavern to tell him to go to the docks for a shipment that was coming in.
Oh, that's a big deal. Hang on. Pause there 1 second. Jake, I robbed you last time, and I'm sorry, Bullets
Whoa, you
should
did.
be 10 bullets per shard, not 10 bullets per dragon. So if you've got, basically it's 100 per dragon, not 10 per dragon.
Oh, you set, brother.
Yeah,
So they're
so
not. So I got 20 of them though.
yeah, so that'd be 2 shards, 2 silver,
shards.
not 2 dragons.
Okay, well, I mean, you just put the change into the party sheet because that's where I took it from.
I'm not put. What? Okay, fine.
That's where I took it from.
I made a whole note to tell. Okay, fine. Okay, I'll do that. All right, thank you. Thanks, Zavroski,
And,
for reminding me of that.
After he got the information from Kethos on the dock and warehouse to be at in 2 nights, he sends the information to Staggett, Captain Staggett from the guards at the dock ward.
Ooh.
The next day, it was also cool and foggy. The tavern cleanup and construction began. During that, Cole, Jake, and Zavroski were looking for hidden passages in the manor, and Zavroski attempts to cast Identify on the books. He ends up finding out that each book is a container of a soul, of a child soul, and all 3 souls are linked together. There was a few secret compartments in the manor, but no dead bodies or skulls of any of the people that would belong to the cursed books. And then, while working, a few laborers have misfortunate incidents. Some ladders break and people fall, and a shelf falls directly on a guy's face. And Zavroski heals up the first day's incidents with his healing magic. And then, while exploring the attic, Cole, Zavroski, and Jake were attacked by swarms of rats that came out of nowhere. After fighting and skewering many rats, they flee away.
And almost being TPK'd by that rat, swarms of rats.
Rats, badass, man.
It was only Zavroski that got hurt during that fight, I think. The other
Yeah,
two
but if
were
he
fine.
went down, then the other 2 would have gone down eventually.
Cole was
Maybe.
good.
Maybe. While that was happening, it seems like Elona met up with Yagra and talked to her and Dabble about joining the Zentarum. And she ends up joining and gets a flying snake tattoo down in the dock ward, behind on your back, behind the shoulder blades.
The shoulder blades.
Yeah.
Ridiculous note
It's
taking, I tell
about
you.
the size of a grapefruit.
Oh, I should.
This is very specific. I don't think I said that. I think I just made the size with my hand.
I think Roy might have said that.
Oh, probably.
Man, look, if it's written down, so it is written, so it is done.
So it is.
Do you have a better note
That
to...
night, Staggett sent a man to the tavern, kind of hiddenly, to say Staggett sends his regards to Jake to acknowledge receiving the information about the Kethos dock deal the next day.
Dun dun dun.
On day 8, the workers go on strike after having to run away from the swarm of rats themselves, and we go to confront Broxley, but he says we need to sort out the haunting first before the workers will continue fixing up the place. After that, Cole and Zavroski head to the Temple of Kellenvor, talk about the haunting. The priests talk about paying 500 gold to cast the legend lore spell on the books to get more information. But they also then give us information about seeing Agatha, who can commune with spirits. She's down in the trade ward at that Chartreuse unicorn shop.
The only thing
we
I
then-
have written down.
We then agree with Jake to help him with his potential warehouse problem that night, and we agree to be a couple warehouses over so that we're not right there and spoiling whatever plans Kethos and the gang have with Jake. And during the night, a thick fog rolls in, and we find out, or Jake finds out, that Kethos' gang is actually stealing stuff from the warehouse and not just waiting for a ship to come in. And they're stealing quote unquote honey. About half a dozen guys go into the warehouse and steal the honey from the warehouse. The jars are taken outside, and as everything seems like it's going fine, 24 guards storm in, and everyone scatters. Kethos yells to Jake to say they should fight their way out. Jake calls him fucking crazy and they said he's not killing cops, and runs
Not down with that.
away, and we all just end up running away. And we're assuming that Kethos got, I think he threw down his sword as we were running away, and he's likely captured. Jake doesn't
yeah, in fact, you
tell
guys
the
saw that.
party anything about his plans for the night, or that he told Staggett about the whole deal, and only Zavroski thinks that he's not completely telling the truth, except for Elona might feel a bit off about the whole situation as they're about to have a great talk in the middle of the night. That's the whole.
I left all of my notes in my apartment, so like my train of thought for this conversation is written in my apartment, so I got nothing.
All right, well, perfect then. I suppose everything's good.
We're doing it live!
Yeah.
Improv time.
So
Mental capacity that Elona has.
And so at the end of the last scene, in fact, it was the thing where Jake had given out the caca, and Elona took off running over there through the fog, and Jake was beating feet, and Elona saw Jake. It was like, all right, yep, time to go, and she followed him out.
That means get the fuck out.
And the last thing that they saw from Kethos was this glare as he threw his sword angrily down to the street, and this death glare at the fleeing form of Jake through the mist. You guys,
that's Kethos' fault.
You guys made your way back to the manor, and a very stormy Elona followed Jake up the stairs as everyone was tired and headed to bed. And
I think Jake was sleeping on the
the
bar.
Yeah, I was sleeping on the bar.
Because
I
his attic is cursed with the rats.
And then turned around.
All the rats. All the rats in my room, and I'm like, you know what? Let's sleep on the bar.
And Elona was headed up the stairs, and all of a sudden there was this quiet as she headed up the stairs and stopped. And some moments went by, and then there was a loud as the large half-orc woman descended the stairs. And I think that's where the scene opens now, with Jake trying to get comfortable on the bar of this dusty, beat-up tavern area, and this large, hulking figure walks up to him.
I grabbed him by the collar and told him we need to talk. Yeah, no, that's about it.
Dun. Where's my?
What's going on, Elona? What the fuck?
So you
Trying
want
to sleep?
Explain to me why the whole you wouldn't let me go with you, and then we're running from the cops. Why wouldn't you let me go with you?
That running from the cops part, that's the key to that sentence, Elona. Like, I didn't want you to get involved with the cops.
We have always gotten involved with the cops. We've always gotten out of it. Why wouldn't you let me be with you?
Because I can't use my name like that, and Elona.
You literally
know that. You know that as well as I do.
You literally just said you were going to use your fucking name like an hour before.
Okay, but that's not to deal with cops. That's to deal with customs. That's something that's not going to get back to my dad. If we get arrested and we're in jail, I can't use my name to get out of that. It's not the same. Those are different levels. I know that, like, it's different levels. It's different. Just trust me on this. It's different. Like, I can't let you get in trouble. I can't let myself get in trouble like that. That's why I had to bail too. I'm having Kethos on my back, but whatever. I'll deal with that.
But it's always been you and me, correct?
And it's still you and me. It's just at that point in time was more you than me. Or me than you, rather. Sorry.
But it's not, because it used to always be equal and we'd always both get fucked up together. Unless it was a fight, then I'd fuck people up for you. But
listen, it's 1892. Equality has not happened yet. All right? So it was me and then you. So I had to take the lead on this. I can't let you get in trouble, Elona. Just trust me on this.
But I don't.
Do you want to go back to the monastery? Because if it's even the monastery this time, it might be jail. You want to go to jail? Trust me, you don't want to go to jail. Well, maybe, I don't know. You might want to go to jail. I don't know. You might be down with it. I wasn't. I don't want to go back to jail. I'm trying to stay away from that shit. And I need you to, like, back. I need you to have my back. Just like old times. I still need you to have my back. That hasn't changed. It's just in a different way right now.
But it has, because you're doing legal shit now and you're trying to be goody two-shoes, and I really don't understand why.
Because I can't.
Because of Zavroski?
No,
is that what this is?
No.
I feel like
kill that mother.
It's got nothing.
Every time he would come around with your fucking VO lessons, you'd be all nice and prim and proper till he fucking left. So it's him.
It's not Zavroski. Trust me. I can't let it. Again, you just got back. Just got back from the monastery. I spent a year in prison last time we got into trouble. I'm trying to keep us off of that, but still have fun. We're still beating people up. We're still bashing faces in every now and again, and I can take part in that now.
You want to do things like the legal way, and that has never been your way. You have always been for the fun or the money before any of this law bullshit.
listen, I made a promise to somebody that I would stay out of trouble. I need to keep that promise.
Is it your dad? You've always made that promise to your dad, and it has never worked.
It wasn't to my dad, all right? It was to somebody more important. And just know that I made a promise to somebody. I got to keep this promise that I got to stay out of trouble. And for me, staying out of trouble means you got to stay out of trouble too, Elona. I'm sorry. For now, that's how it is. I never promise
to anyone to stay out of trouble.
But I need you to promise me. Because if I get in trouble and you get in trouble, then we're in trouble, and I'm in more trouble than what you know I'm in trouble about trouble. So there's trouble. So just like trust me on this one, and like can we just? I need to play it low key.
Okay, I need you to say that whole sentence again without.
Poor Elona goes cross-eyed. Oh wait.
Say it again and say it to me like you know I understand.
What's that burning smell?
All you need to know is that if we don't play low key right now, there's going to be a lot of trouble. The only word you need to know and understand is trouble. I don't know if that's Orc for trouble, but I said it.
That's going
trouble.
Into,
a lot of trouble if
canon.
we get in trouble. So we need to stay out of trouble.
Oh my God.
For now.
Up out of this crate. And now he's staggering. What's wrong, baby? I don't know if it was something, maybe, I don't know if it's what to eat.
Pause.
Time out.
Training time out. Stream time out.
Take a drink of water. Think about your troubles.
Uh-oh.
So much trouble.
I think it's a. I think it might be a tornado.
Trouble everywhere. What tornado warning?
Or a.
I don't know if you wanted me to take him.
I gotta go. My dog is really sick.
Oh no!
Oh.
Like really, he's staggering. He's not doing well. He's really sick.
All right, good luck,
I'll
man.
try and be on as soon as I can.
No, dude, take your time. Do you,
I
baby?
can take him. I just need someone to watch him while
I can
get
watch him,
dressed.
Oh no, dog!
What's wrong?
Oh, the
Dog timeout.
I don't know if the bone he ate.
Oh
no. It's never good when dogs are in trouble.
man, don't our hearts all go out to dogs? It's just like, oh man. Well,
so we can just like, kind of cut scene to somebody else, I guess, because the trouble. Jake's explained the trouble. It's a good time to like cut that next scene.
At that moment, you guys don't know. Cole is at the top of the stairs, just watching and listening.
all
He
right.
knows about the trouble now.
It can't cut to Cole because he's part of this, just not yet.
It just did cut to Cole. That's how we're ending the scene. It's like the camera fades up the stairs to Cole standing there like, ooh, juicy.
Juicy gossip, yeah. In fact, Zavroski
I
might
need you
even...
guys to finish the conversation so I can go, oh, it's so good. It's so good. There's so much growth between you two.
Yeah, as Zavroski was leaving, he might have heard that he's might be walking slowly away from the manor as he's sort of listening in on the soap opera going on inside there.
So Zavroski's back at trying to win super fans.
Yo, is that Kethos getting his head chopped off?
Oops.
Oh no, Cathos.
There we go. All right, hang on. I'm setting up a...
I feel like I shouldn't be looking at these pictures.
Swift justice for Cathos.
That looked like Kethos. I feel like that's what Kethos looked like. In my head, that's what Kethos looked like. And then that picture came up. I was like, no, that's definitely Kethos. He's dead.
It's got to be.
It's got to be. It looks just like the picture I had in my head of him.
Sorry, I'm monotasking. All right, so... Okay, all right, so tough thing. Okay, so guys,
We can just cut
fans,
back to it.
yeah. So does the show go on, or do we? I haven't had this problem. This is the first time any one of you guys has not been around for a session.
Well, she said she might be back. She didn't like.
If she's taking her doggo to the hospital, she's not going to be back soon.
Oh, is that what she said? She's going. I thought she.
Yeah,
her mom said
so.
she just needs somebody to watch the dog. Her mom said, or I guess I'm assuming it's her mom. Assumption.
Let's give it up.
But-
all right, we'll give it a little bit.
I
Let the
think
show
she
go
said
on.
she just needed somebody to watch the dog for a minute. I don't think they said they were going to the hospital, did they?
I'm not sure. All right, let's give it a bit. We do have a lot of stuff to cover that doesn't necessarily involve Elona. Though if you guys do get into trouble,
We can.
you'll wish you had Elona.
We can do either Cole and Zav or some point later in the day, us three going to check out Agatha.
Oh, Agatha. Yeah, sure. Okay. So so tonight goes on. You guys do your sort of typical night.
I can go with you.
Oh, cool. She's coming.
Okay.
I think this was.
Oh, see? You just weren't patient enough. There wasn't enough patience on our side.
No, I think she's talking to.
No. Oh,
I think she's leaving, guys.
okay. Yeah.
Oh, the poor baby. Yeah, I'm gonna mute her, and then. All right, so I got a cool Elona graphic up for the stream, and
Look at that.
man, I'll play, baby.
Look at that, how it works.
All right, look, I'll just do Elona. I'll do Elona like in Elona voice like this.
It's Yagra. Oh no!
Don't let her see this. Nobody show Anna this particular.
I clipped it already. It's already
Hey,
being clipped.
cut it
As we
out.
speak.
So so tonight does go on. You guys in the manor are plagued by nightmares tonight. It is you have these nightmares of it varies. Like in some of these dreams, you're playing and dancing with children, and as you're sort of dancing, doing this fun dance with them, suddenly you find yourself dancing with a corpse as the child just falls dead, and you drag its corpse around and around and around the rosy. In other dreams, you find yourself struggling to breathe as it seems you're underwater. You're actually like underwater at some point, and it's you come up and it's hard to breathe. So you guys have a miserable night all night tonight.
Ew. Sweet.
Yeah, in the morning, you guys. Let's see. So you said you're gonna see Agatha the next day.
Sure.
Okay. In fact, I need both of you guys who stayed in the manor, who had these nightmares all night. I need you guys to make a DC 10 Constitution save.
Nice and easy.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
I get cold sweats.
All right. If you fail the save, you're gonna have one level of exhaustion from not having a good night's sleep last night.
Oh no!
All right.
What does exhaustion do again? It's been so long.
The first level of exhaustion gives you disadvantage on skill checks. Well, skill checks.
Oh,
So,
skill checks.
like not like hit rolls and stuff, but any kind of skill check you make, yeah, you'll be at You'll be at disadvantage.
Sweet.
I'm gonna blame that bad rest on Elona. It's just she hadn't woken me up, I would be fine right now.
Slept like a baby on that bar.
I would have slept. I would have slept like a baby. I don't think the nightmares had anything to do with it. I think it was Elona and sleeping on the bar. That combination. I got a crink in my neck now. It's just not gonna be any good. It's not gonna be any good. Like I can only turn my head so much right now, and then it's just excruciating pain.
That's pain. Yeah.
That's pain. And then the other way, I got a little bit more rotation the other way, but still not much.
Oh.
And I can't look up or down really at all.
Oh.
My neck is killing me, guys. My neck is killing me. I gotta do full body look ups and downs.
Elona, you're back?
My mom is taking him.
Yeah? Is he okay?
Knew for my sanity, if I was there, I would not do well. So I'm trying to distract myself.
All right. If you gotta go, do your stuff, baby.
She's already taking him. I told her to keep me. Okay.
I'm sorry. Awkward situation.
Well, if you wanted Elona to cry, I can do that really easily
I
now.
can do that now. Oh, my poor honey. Oh man. All right. So, all right. We can take a break at all?
It's okay.
Nothing? Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing I can do about it now. He's gone.
She's gone. All right. RL drama sometimes. Okay, let's see if we can find some animals to kill in the game. That'll make us feel...
No.
Jesus Christ, Roy!
Sorry.
Fuck, man!
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay, Elona.
Oh my God, that was the worst.
Even better. While you were gone, I was
Oh my God.
I was describing the dreams that the guys in the manor were having of dead children and drowning. So it's actually a pretty morbid morning in the manor.
And I've got a crink in my neck thanks to you, Elona.
Elona, it
Can't
turns
even
out.
turn my head.
Elona, it turns out, slept well last night. she did
Like
okay.
a baby.
Yes. So
Because
maybe
I got to rough up Jake a little bit.
yeah, maybe you're right.
And now I got a crink in my neck. I can't even turn my head.
So today, you guys say you're headed to go talk to Agatha at the Chartreuse Unicorn.
Cole, what's up with you? It looks like you ate a bad chalupa or something.
I did not sleep very well.
Ah, you either. Okay.
What, you had a bad night as well?
Yeah, I was sleeping on the bar. Elona woke me up. She like shook me. I think I pulled my
Oh,
neck.
I saw most of that. It looked like you guys needed your alone time, so I left you be.
Appreciate that. It's all. Everything works out. Everything just works out. The budget will balance itself.
Yeah, it's all about trouble.
That's right. You got to remember, trouble. If things go bad, it's trouble.
Trouble.
We're trying to avoid that trouble. So if we get into that trouble, there could be more trouble.
And you just don't want to be in the trouble.
You just got to stay away from that trouble.
As a dungeon master, should I know what the hell you guys are talking about?
I feel like you should. I assumed it was something backstory that you knew about.
I lost you guys in one of the trouble loops. One of the loops of trouble.
Someone.
I got distracted.
And if he had to abruptly leave, I would have tried to push him more on what the fuck who the fuck that person was. So you're lucky, Jake.
Something for next time, perhaps.
But we can just circle back. I mean,
Or a flashback.
He knows where he's sleeping.
Yeah, there's always tonight. But it's for now. You guys find the Chartreuse Unicorn in the trade ward of Waterdeep. This is sort of the northwestern side, kind of the mid part of the city, but the northwestern side of mid city. It is a huge section, and there is anything you can imagine in the world is certainly available here somewhere in the trade ward. There are countless shops and stalls and such in this giant area. And you guys find the Chartreuse Unicorn, the outside of which is painted, of course, purple, pink, pinkish purple, purplish pink, whatever color chartreuse is. Yeah, it's like a purplish
green,
pink.
It's a yellow-green color.
Yeah, isn't it like a yellow-green?
I know absolutely nothing about
I'm
colors.
Googling it.
It's like Twilight Sparkle. Roy, I know you know what that is because you have a daughter too.
I work strictly out of a...
Chartreuse. You can't see it.
I just recently...
Like ugly fucking
Oh, that's
yellow
like a green. Ew.
Yeah, it's a yellow-green.
Chartreuse is like an ugly yellow-green.
Look, man, it was like 10 years ago. I got out of the 8 box of crayons and got to like the 16 box of crayons. But that's pretty much where I'm stuck right here. Yeah. So you enter this shop.
Red.
Yeah, it's red. It's red. It's called Red. R-E-D, Red. You enter this shop. And the shop smells of incense. It smells heavily of incense. And there are no counting the number of baubles and gemstones and such that are spread all throughout this shop as you go in. And there's a little tingling as the bell above the door rings. Tingling. As you come into the shop, you're greeted by a very short woman. She seems to be a human, but a very, very short human. And she looks at you and she says, "Well, hello. How may I help you?"
I honestly, guys, I don't even know why we're here. Why are we seeing this woman?
Hello, madam. Is it Agatha?
Let Zavroski talk.
Yeah.
That's
so
usually what I do.
The super quick background of this. Remember that Hector and Zavroski went to the Temple of Kelemvor to try to find someone to talk to get rid of the spirits, and the priest there said that a legend lore spell would be very expensive, but he knew of a seer who he thinks can talk to the spirits, and so he recommended you guys to go here. Because they're trying to find a way to talk to the spirit in the manor. Which of course,
okay, let's assume Cole is filling me in on this. I'm like, are you guys in this ghost?
Yeah.
I'll sidebar you in the background.
Hello, madam. Is Agatha here?
Agatha, why you are talking to her? And who might I be speaking with?
Is the great Zavroski and friends Cole, Jake, and Elona.
And Elona, yes, as foretold. I saw you coming. I knew you would be here today.
Also, you know of our troubles.
I do not know why you came, but I knew that you would.
Very well. Have you heard of Trollskull Manor?
I have heard of Trollskull Manor. Wait, don't tell me. You seek to speak with the spirit haunting Trollskull Manor.
We believe it might be spirits.
Dun dun dun.
These fucking ghosts.
And you would like Agatha's help in this, I suppose.
We were told from Brother. Dang, my notes aren't here.
Eldred.
The brother at the Church of Kelmvor that you would be best suited to helping us deal with or communicate with these spirits.
It was Brother Eldred.
Ah,
From the background.
or that's close. That's not quite. It's started with an H.
Hildred, I
Eldred.
believe.
Hildred, yeah. Well, that's interesting because usually the churches don't send people to me. I'll have to remember, Brother Hildred. Yes, well. Come. Let's see what Agatha can do for you. Have you brought the spirit with you?
We cannot move the spirit. It is attached to 3 books that are immovable from the shelf. I cast a spell of identify on it, and it seems there's 3 souls linked together of children, 1 per book. The books are a container for their souls, it seems.
Very interesting. Well, certainly these books are tied to the spirit. Probably if you just remove the books from the place, then the spirit will be released.
We have tried normal means. We don't seem to have any magical means of moving the books, though. They are firmly in place. And then if we try to mess with them too much, you see visions and hear visions of the children laughing, screaming, crying, and then the room kind of throws books at you.
Those books at you?
Yeah, other books, not the ones that are cursed. It doesn't seem to like you if you spend too much time in the library.
Well then, perhaps we need to remove the spirit from the books.
Guys, are we seriously looking into ghosts right now when we have a rat problem?
Listen, this is a possible solution to the problem. It's an avenue that needs to be explored.
She looks over, she kind of looks up at Zavroski, says, I see we have a non-believer in your midst.
I don't really understand how, since his resting place swarmed with rats the other day when there was
Exactly, you call it
no
exterminator,
sign that
not
they
a
were there
seer.
before. He's had some bad luck that he seems to be able to just explain away. But
Maybe they just climbed in through the walls? Somebody else was fumigating?
You know, those spirit deniers, they can be tricky to change their minds. They're stuck in their ways, denying rational science like spirits and the afterlife. All of the science shows that spirits are real, and yet some continue to cling to their flat beliefs. Well, we shall see if we can make a believer out of your friend yet. Agatha can be of service to you. I will come to your place, and we shall determine how to separate the spirit from the books.
I should warn you, Agatha, that there may be another spirit unrelated to the ones that are in the book.
Well, let's go talk to the spirits and see what it has to say then, shall we?
it did tell us, I believe it spelled out leave with dead
Yes,
rat
it does not
bodies.
want anyone in this place.
So it will probably be hostile, but maybe you have a calming nature about you. I already feel calm myself just being here with you.
Perhaps. Well, I'm sure you can protect me from any hostilities. You seem to be able to take care of yourselves and others, I suppose. Especially this one here, and she looks up high at the half-orc. Seems like she could save us from many things. All right, I'll keep her close to me.
You don't tell me about.
Very well then. Let me get a couple of things, and we shall go. And she goes around her shops and collects some little vials, some gems, some rocks and stones and various things, and throws them into a small bag and says, "Okay, let us go."
I love her so much.
And she's like this cute little old lady. She's got this black hair. It's streaked with gray. And but she's very, very, very firm in how she says it. And everything she says as an absolute fact. And you find yourself just believing everything that she says, as if she's kind of been there and done that. So she heads out, and you guys make your way back to Trollskull, and she goes in, and as she opens the door, and she says, "Wait here," and she opens the door, and she walks into the manor. And as she steps in, the door actually swings shut and hits her, knocking her out, landing flat on her ass. And she lands sitting on her back, looking up as, "Whoa, well,
are you all right?
I that is indeed hostile. Very well.
Yes, you see, this is stop the work on the repairs. Nothing can be done in here with these spirits here.
Yeah, well, yes. Okay. That's okay. We need to entreat. We need to speak with the spirit. We'll, if one of you could perhaps hold the door for me to ensure that doesn't happen again." She looks up at the big half orc, and Elona says yes. So she goes into the room, and she kind of looks around, and she closes her eyes. And she raises her hands, and she's like, "Oh, spirit of the manor, give me a sign if you can hear me." She sort of waits. Nothing happens. "Oh, spirit."
I'd like to position myself relatively close to her in case something goes flying at her. I can intercept.
Okay. And she spends a couple minutes kind of doing this to no avail. And she's like, "It seems the spirit is not in a talkative mood. Has it communicated with you before in some way?"
Aggressively.
The throwing of the books, the rats that then spelt out "leave," I believe it was, on the ground after they attacked us.
To drown me.
Pulling rugs from under your feet.
No, I think that's just the rugs.
And some of the workers, while they were doing things, had misfortunate accidents quite frequently.
Knocked off of his ladder. Another was fixing a shelf, and all this stuff on the shelf fell upon him.
I see. But it has not spoken with you.
No, it has always been aggressive acts.
Very well then.
And to scare.
We did try to talk to it in the library, but every time we'd talk, it'd just throw more books at us.
Yes.
Very well then.
And I tried to look at the books to see if they had messages on them, but didn't find anything useful.
This will take a little extra work, though I am prepared to do so. Very well then. My fee to contact the spirit is 25 dragons. To let the spirit speak to you through me will be 25 more. If I am unable to do so, there shall be no charge to you, of course, but I have my ways.
We have enough money for that.
Very well then. Let us begin. And she goes and she finds a spot on the floor, and she actually pulls out some different things. She pulls out a couple different bowls and sets in 2 separate incenses, and she lights both of them. She brings out a number of stones that she sets up in what doesn't seem to be any pattern you can notice, but to her seem very particular locations around herself. And she then starts speaking. She says, "Spirit of the house, commune through me. Spirit of the house, commune through me." And then she speaks the same thing, but in a very lilting musical language that anyone who speaks Elfish would recognize. Then she does that twice. She speaks it twice more in Goblin. She speaks it twice more in Orcish. She speaks it twice more in Demonic. Then she starts speaking in a language no one understands, a language that sort of seems like nonsense. Well, if you guys have ever heard people talk in tongues, this is what she sounds like. She starts babbling and babbling and babbling, and then she as she babbles on, the smell of incense sort of fills the room, and her eyes then open, and she looks at you and she says, "Get out."
That's kind of rude. This is our house. We brought you here, so.
Who is this? Who are we speaking to?
Agatha, dude. Like, she just.
It's.
What?
I believe it's the spirit. Spirit, do you have a name?
I was once known as Leaf. I now guard the house. Leave. The evils that have been perpetrated here shall never again be abided by. Leave now, or it will be your doom.
What happened in this place, Leaf? What can we do to fix the bad things that happened here?
There's no fixing the evil that... And this is a small little short woman sitting here screaming at you in this voice. There's no fixing the evils that have been transpired here. We can only ensure they never happen again. Now, be gone. Can you what?
I said I was asking everyone if I should slap her.
Do not harm Agatha's body. You will not hurt Leaf the Spirit, and we do not want to. We'd like to resolve this peacefully anyways.
What exactly are these evil things that you say happened here?
Evil, man. Just back up.
Atrocities, things we cannot even speak of. The children, I cannot even bear to consider it. I can only ensure it does not happen again.
Well, it won't happen again because none of us have children, nor do we want to bring any children into this fine establishment. Problem solved.
Yeah, nobody's having children here.
Oh God, no. Only the crotch goblin.
Elona, roll me a persuasion check?
Oh no! Can I use strength to help that?
No, not in this case. No.
Persuasion, you say?
Well, you're trying to convince someone of a thing.
16.
Come on.
We ain't having children, and nothing bad's gonna happen to kids.
She did not have her own children either. She brought them here to be tortured, slaughtered, and
we're not bringing kids in here either.
Eaten.
Okay, but this place was going to be an inn. It's not going to be a place of torture.
So you say. I do not believe you.
We are the ones that hold the deed to the land. This is what we intend to do.
I can even give you a sample of a performance that we might do, and he'll start strumming his lute and singing a song.
The laws of mortals mean nothing to me.
Well, what do you want? Like a blood pact or something? Because we can do one of those. Jake, offer your blood.
I'm not offering any of my blood to anything. This is not. I'm not. This isn't kosher.
I'll offer my blood. I don't care.
With Cole's connection to the Raven Queen and knowing that she's all about crossing over when you're supposed to and death being death when it's on time, would he know anything to do or say about the Raven Queen to this spirit to sway him?
All right, so make me a how about an insight check? Make me an insight check.
Hey, checks are hype.
Disadvantage, right?
Oh,
Exhaustion. Oh no.
Oh, there was a nat 20 in there.
Cole, you're not sure.
Okay.
You're not sure. But
Okay.
you're close.
Okay, well then he'll try something. Leaf, I know that you are trying to protect this place and you don't want any more evil to happen here. You are a lost spirit. I am a follower of the Raven Queen. I would like to help you get to the other side.
I have no desire to go to the other side. My place is here.
It kind of put a damper on things. Maybe you should go.
Yours is not.
The Queen can help you in this endeavor.
And
that
you see
have,
that the woman who's doing this, she's actually breaking out into a sweat, and she's like her body seems to be straining as she's telling this is going on.
You want me to slap her? Slap.
I'm sorry.
Time for a
What
slap.
was the last thing you said, Hector?
The queen the queen could help him in his endeavor.
Well, he was saying and so he said this is his place. This is where he belongs.
This is where he belongs.
Spirits do not belong in simple manners, even if atrocities have happened. Why don't we turn this into an establishment of good and merriment to outdo all the harm and other things that have come during your years here? Is that not better?
That is not
Wash
possible.
away the sins of old with merriment and joy of new?
How can we wash away the sins of old when the spirits are still trapped here?
Then help us free those spirits.
I could not.
Why wouldn't you? Isn't that what you want?
I can not. There shall be no merriment here so long as their spirits are trapped here.
Well, then let us free them.
This is what we are trying to do. We are trying to free them, and we are trying to free you.
I do not need freedom. Them. What them? What do you know of them?
The children stuck in the books.
And she actually gasps. Her whole body shudders. She's like, you know of them.
We know of them, and we are trying to figure out a way to help them. We are not bad people. We truly want to help.
They need help. They needed my help. I was not able to free them. Perhaps you can. And the woman just sort of slumps over, sweating, sort of shivering, in the middle of the room.
Agatha.
We have like a blanket or something nearby.
Are you all right?
Yeah, you have. Yeah, nearby is Jake's blanket he used last night sleeping on the bar.
I got her like semi in my lap, like wrapped, like holding her head
the
behind
blanket.
Yeah. You guys she kind of looks up and she's like, "Whoa, wow, that was." I think we talked to someone.
Were you present for any of that?
No, child. No, I was maintaining the bond. Were you able to find what you needed to know?
Somewhat. We may have been given permission to try and fix the book problem by the other spirit.
Okay. Whoa, geez, sort of wobbles.
Whoa, careful.
I may need to rest a while, if that is okay. So you guys are able to give her a drink, and she relaxes a bit, and she's like, okay. What did you find? What is the cause? What is the anger of the spirit? The spirits always have something they're angry about.
He was trying to save the children that are trapped in the books.
The books.
It sounds as if the
wasn't
children
able to.
Were tortured here.
Yes.
Very
We
well.
learned at some point in this history this was an orphanage at one point.
You don't know. You don't know the history of this place?
Barely. We just know who owned it and what it was used for.
Oh, well, this was certainly an orphanage, friends, but Mirthkettle, who owned the building, turned out to be a hag who was cooking and eating the children.
Oh!
This was many, many years ago, and since then, this place has been haunted. It has drifted from owner to owner to owner and has fallen into ruin as no one was able to live nor work here. That may be the crux of your problem with this spirit.
Would have been nice to know before it was given to us.
Is the
Yes,
spirit
he seems to want to help the children.
help?
So if we help them out of their bindings in the books, or get them out of the books, or help them cross over in some way.
Ah, so the spirit is not the hag then. Interesting. Usually hags are hard to get rid of.
He said he was Leaf, which I believe Cole found out he was a previous owner.
Yes, about 45 years ago, this person, a person by that name, was an owner here.
Ah, well, if he is a spirit, then apparently things did not fare well for this Leaf.
No, apparently not.
Very well then. And you would like to take this challenge upon yourselves, yes?
Well, if we could have your help in possibly with the children that are in the library.
Well, let us check it. Wait, but there's the manner of payment for services I have rendered for you so far.
Yes. Pull
Can
it
we
from the
just
party
take-
fund.
Take-
The party fund.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I can do that. Fine. Was that 50 gold, 50 dragons? I'll use you with 95. All right. Fine. Fair enough. He says, well, your coin is indeed good to me. I'll take it. It says, show me these books. So you guys go up to the library, and she kind of walks in, and she's like, I sense strong spirits here. And she kind of closes her eyes and feels around, and you sort of recognize the vibe of magic, but it's not like a spell you've seen cast before. And she kind of looks around, and she eventually sort of wanders over to the books, and she lays a hand upon the books that you know, and she, I see, yes, I see. Give me some time, friends. I must commune with these books. And once again, she brings out different incenses and different stones and places them in different configurations. And she sits and she places a hand upon the books, and she sits quietly for some minutes. And she finally removes her hand, and she says, yes, there are many spirits tied to this place. I have a way to sever the spirits from this place. But
what is it?
Well, there is a procedure that I know of, and this procedure requires some perhaps difficult to come by ingredients. But if you bring them here, I can perform a ceremony, and we will be able to sever the spirits from this place, allowing them to be free.
What is it that we need?
Yes, this will be tough. For this ceremony, I will need the ashes from the home of a widow. I got that from you, Fox. I will need water from a still pool under the light of the full moon. And I will need the talon of a bird of prey. Bring them to me, and we shall conduct a ceremony, and we shall sever the ties that bind the spirits to this place.
Little do they know it's just me with my mage hand. Real time.
That actually would be hilarious. He made me do this. He made me do all this, guys. He paid Agatha. That would be the best.
All been elaborate
A huge
prank.
move.
Would that be the best player thing
my God.
ever in the history of the game?
It was so real. It was so real.
Dude, all right, next time I play a game, I'm going to totally get the DM in, and I'm going to run that some elaborate hoax like that on the players. That would be the best.
Flashbacks to all the times Jake knocked over the books, threw the books, caused the rats to come in.
The mysterious times when
He
Jake
just put a
left.
cage full of rats under his bed.
When
That's all
Jake
it was.
left the manor to go talk to someone. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
he was just setting everything up.
Oh, that
Son of
was-
a bitch.
Minor illusion. The voices from the book. Minor illusion.
You son of a bee sting.
The
Oh,
books.
man.
You think they're held in place with magic? Just nails.
Sorry. Dude, Jake, I love the way you guys think. Oh man! All right, now I want to make that. Now I want to make that the truth. Now I want to make that this whole thing a big hoax. On you
Okay,
guys.
but we got here already.
right, fine. All right, so I see Elona's got some other stuff to handle. Let's take. I know. Let's take.
Let's take 5.
Maybe. How do you break
Maybe
yourself up?
6.
Dear Google, how do you stop saying all the time? Yeah,
I mean, you were saying let's take
let's take
is a real word.
I know, but you're right. Fine. let's take 5, and we will. Wait, hang on. She's back.
Wait, what?
Hey, Anna.
Sorry, I was
Welcome.
dealing with a phone call from the vet.
No worries.
Is he okay?
We're gonna. How's things looking? Good. Yeah.
They guessed he just had a seizure, so
Oh no.
That's good or bad?
I mean, it means he's
Well,
not probably
yeah.
not gonna die.
That's
so
good. That's good. Yeah.
It just means now that he's gonna be prone to them.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, tough news. On that sad note, we're gonna take 5. Just a quick little bio, drinko, whatever break, and we're gonna come right back and see how the group is gonna collect the ingredients for this ceremony.
After these messages,
We'll be right back.
And we are back. Sorry, we would have been back a couple minutes sooner, but Roy was hanging out, chit-chatting with the cast, and thanks, Fox, for letting me know that we're not back at all. I appreciate that. Thank you.
I just noticed. Now the cameras.
Thank you. We are about to get into what I hope will be a pretty amazing story. So, the crew has found a seer of sorts that has communed with the spirit of the house, and she has a way for them to sever the connection of the spirits to the house, to the manor. The group must find, what is that? The ashes from the home of a widow, water from a still pool under the light of the full moon, and a talon from a bird of prey.
Yo, are crows birds of prey? Cool. Are ravens birds of prey?
Sometimes.
Well, there we go. We can get a raven's foot pretty quickly, can't you?
I'd rather not hurt the symbol of my goddess.
But can't you just ask her for one?
Sure.
I'm not sure if the Raven Queen just summons dead crows for people.
Listen,
dead ravens.
Listen.
Did anything.
Didn't we go and save a bunch of her ravens or something like that? Doesn't she owe us one?
Yes, but I saved the ravens so they could live, not so I could cut off one of their talons.
But didn't a bunch already die and now they're just going to waste?
They turned into imps.
Oh, is that what was going on?
Yes.
I thought there was just a bunch of dead ravens.
Agatha,
So-
with the ashes from the home of a widow, what type of ashes would be sufficient? Fireplace ashes?
I am giving you...
Or do you need ashes of a dead one?
I am-
One or person?
I am telling you what I have been told. You interpret it how you will, and we will see if it works, I suppose.
Very well.
I do not try to interpret the will of the gods or of spirits. I merely am a conduit, a translator, if you would.
Right. Would you happen to know of any pools nearby?
No. It's not even a full moon tonight. It'll be a couple of nights before the full moon.
Well, we would not want to know where the closest one is in case.
A still pool.
A still pool under the
What
light
counts
of the
as a
full
pool?
moon.
All right,
What
so
counts as
this
a pool,
is, well, this is going to be something like a skill challenge. So you guys, we don't even have to do any combat here, but I'm going to need you guys to come up with ideas for how you can find these things, and then we'll decide if skill rolls are needed in order to acquire them.
Okay, first we have to just decipher whether or not it's like these widow's ashes. What are we looking for exactly? Do we literally need to look for a burned down house?
Ashes from the home of a widow.
So that means like the fireplace, like you said, Cole, right?
I believe those would work.
I'm trying to think. Are there any Melshimber widows? I feel like there would be Melshimber widows that I would know.
Let's see.
Do I know any Melshimber widows?
Roll me. Let's all right, we can make this like a skill check. What would that be? Investigation?
I think it'd just be straight intelligence,
History?
wouldn't it?
History,
History,
maybe?
yes, history. There you go.
History? I'll take history. Sure.
The
I'll take
history of my
history.
family.
Yeah. So this is the thing about skill checks. Right? So skill checks are sort of one of those things where you like, you tell me the skill you're using and why, and then you make that.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
So
I want
you-
to use history to remember if there's anybody in the Melshimber family that's a widow.
Now we're talking.
But
All right.
usually, I like because of the bad sleep I got last night. I
You're
have
at disadvantage. That's right.
But because it's my family, can I have advantage?
That way
Alright.
it's just
We're not-
straight roll.
But
We're not. Yeah, that way it's just a straight roll.
Or we could just sleep.
it will
Sleep on it.
increase. Yes.
Try and get rid of the exhaustion.
The
And then
DC.
try
You can do it tomorrow.
all our investigation stuff.
Yeah, well, the Melshimber family would be you would probably know automatically. I was thinking more broadly of.
Ask your dad. Hey, Dad, are there any widows?
Any widows in the family, Dad? That you know of?
For a friend.
All right, you guys are cheating.
I got a friend who's into that stuff, and
It's
yeah.
a noble home.
Fine. Okay. Yes, there can be a Melshimber widow. Fine. You would know your family. Fine. Fine.
Boom.
Fine.
Gonna pay Auntie Ruth a visit.
All right.
But she knew of Elona. Should I sit this one out?
Oh,
Do you-
Jake, it's
do
been
you-
so long since I talked
No,
to you, Jake.
Auntie Ruth is the one you've always liked, Alona.
Okay.
Yeah.
Auntie Ruth was the one that always gave us
She's
candy.
the sassy one.
She's the sassy one that gave us candy.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah.
Oh,
But is it-
sassy
was
one.
it
Okay,
the
gotcha.
One who gave us
And we're all pretty sure she killed Uncle Joseph. We're all pretty sure, but we can't prove it. So
Hey, I like her even more then.
Oh, Jake, and your beautiful friend Elona. You guys come on in. Come on in. It's been forever.
Is this the odds that ships us? Is this the one who wants us to be together? Is that what this is?
no, I don't think so.
You guys come on in. It's been forever since you came here. Look here, have a candy. Have a candy. You're all grown up now. Do you guys still
we're
like
this
candy?
original.
Ah, yeah. Good. What brings you here, Jake? It's been a long time. I missed you, darling. You never
I'm
visit
actually
anymore.
wondering how your fireplace is running.
My fireplace, it's running well. We've had this spate of cold weather recently, so I had to light the fires, of course.
Well, that's why I came to check on your fireplace to make sure it was running correctly, to make sure you're staying warm. With
You
these
came to
cold
clean my
weather.
fireplace for me, Jake?
Kinda, yeah.
Oh, little Jake, that's so kind of you. You're the
That's,
best.
you know.
I've
I'm
always
that kind
said,
of person.
I've always said, Jake, Elona's the kind of friend you need. You never know when you need a friend who's got muscles and a knack for killing people. That's a good friend to have, Jake.
You are so right.
You should keep her close, Jake. She could come in very useful in many occasions.
Why she's here.
I approve. If you
Always gonna have your friends watching your back, but your
Yeah,
fireplace.
it's really good having your friends watch your back, especially during dangerous situations.
Which is why you were there. Can we talk about this later?
No, really. Talk about it now. Aunt Ruthie's always look, let me make some tea. You guys talk. Sit. You'll talk. I'll go make some tea. We'll be fine. I'll be right back. And she goes into the other room. You hear the
And that's when
scuttle of-
Jake will make the move to the fireplace. Unless somebody else has something to say. Okay, Jake's making a move for the fireplace.
Don't worry, you guys talk all you want. I'm not listening from the other room. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, Auntie Ruth is the one who likes to gossip too.
Now you gotta clean her whole fireplace, and I'm gonna just go find like a chair and just plop down and arms on the back watching Jake clean the entire fireplace.
You don't worry. Jake knows how to fake cleaning.
She
Don't
comes
know
in.
Jake didn't learn how to
Actually
fake
clean a
chores.
fucking fireplace.
She comes-
I'm getting a pouch full of ash, and then we're getting out of here.
So she comes in and she
got time for this.
sees Elona kick back and she pours tea. She's like, oh look, and she gives Elona a cup and she pours a cup for each of you. She's like, isn't it just great watching the men clean the fireplaces, darling? Oh, I love it so much. You know that's the man's place in the ashes. And if
Does that mean cleaning it, or he's dead and we're burning him? Either way.
she sips her tea,
I love her so much.
She's the best.
Pouch
She's
ash.
my new favorite NPC. I will visit her every day.
Take note. We're gonna visit Auntie Ruth some more. If it doesn't kill Roy.
Sorry. Yeah, she sips her tea and she says, yes, darling, yes, I believe so. Any way you can get a man into the ashes, that's a good man. Jake, you're doing a great job there, darling. I love you so much.
As Jake's kind of just pushing the ash up against the back of the wall as he gets his spoonful of these.
Jake, you might want to check the chimney too. You're smaller than me. You'll be able to fit up there easier.
I can see that the flue is open. I can see clear to the sky. The chimney is perfectly clean. That's what I want to check on. I just want to make sure Auntie Ruth was safe. I think we got to get out of here, Auntie Ruth. I think it's time for us to go. I just want to make sure we're safe, but we have business to take care of.
She looks over.
Hey, we're having a chit chat. It's fine. Jake, you can stay a little longer.
Jake's taking his way for the door. Alona, you have your chit chat.
She looks over at Elona.
But we got business to take care of. I will meet you there, I guess. And Jake's kind of just making his way for the door like you do when you're trying to get away from a relative.
I'll get up and leave with Jake.
She looks over at Elona and she's like, that Jake, he's so good. He pays attention to all the details. I just love him so much. He's just the best nephew anyone could have. If only he would visit me more sooner. Elona, that's your name, right, Elona? Look at me, Elona. I need you to make me a promise.
Okay.
You make sure Jake visits me more often, right? Because I don't have a lot of days left in me. Look at me. I'm old. I'm wrinkly. I'm gonna die any day now.
No, you're not. You are fine.
Well, we don't know that. All I'm saying is, if I could see my little Jakey more often, I would feel a lot better about things.
I will make sure he comes to visit you more often.
Oh, Elona, she kind of reaches up on her tiptoes to pat your cheek. Elona, you're the sweetest thing ever. It's too bad. Things never did work out with you and Jake, but you're good, Elona. You're good people, Elona. I like you a lot.
Thank you.
Yes,
if you could
yes.
tell that to Jake's dad so he stops hating me a little bit, that'd be cool.
Hey, what?
I hate.
Oh, I'll have a
What
talk.
about hate?
I'll have a talk with him. I'll put him in
Thank
this. But
you.
don't you worry, Elona. I'll put.
Thank you.
Oh man, that little. He always was such a petulant little brother. Can't stand that guy. Fine. I'll put him in his place, Elona, just for you.
Oh, thank you. Jake, you have to come visit him more often. All right, we're going to go.
That's right, Jake. She stands in the stoop. Goodbye. Don't be gone long. Have fun
Jake is
invading the
already at
castle. No. All right.
I love her. I love her so much.
Oh.
She's my new favorite NPC.
Now I
Alright.
wish that Uncle Joseph wasn't dead, so he could have been Medicine Max.
Wait, hold on. Now I gotta make a note for this NPC I just made up. NPC.
Auntie Ruth
Auntie
Aunt-
Ruth.
definitely
Actually,
killed her husband.
Totally did not kill her husband.
Definitely killed her husband.
Auntie Ruth.
Hector and I did joke that there was one member of Jake's family that really did love me and gave me candy, and it just so happened to be Auntie Ruth.
All right, that's our official description. Totally did not kill her husband. That's it. All right. So you guys have ashes from the home of a widow. What else? What next? It's the next day.
We need to scope out for a still pool of water.
Still pools. Probably
Something that's going to be a still pool.
Yeah,
like
you can-
an abandoned fountain.
Sure. Somebody give me some still pool
a
ideas.
water fixture of some kind.
Abandoned fountain. All right, that's interesting. Okay, an abandoned fountain.
Because that's going to be the most still water possible. Because it's enclosed.
Sure.
Technically, you have a pool of still water in a bucket that's not being moved. That's why I was asking earlier.
That too.
You
That's
guys
why I
are-
said what counts as a pool of water.
This is my favorite part of D&D is creating riddles
what if
or
we do the
puzzles
bucket
and not knowing the
thing?
answers. Like
Yeah, what
literally
if we
not knowing
do
the
bucket
answers.
thing and then it like curses us more.
Improv is the best.
I just love. This is why I used to.
I would like to try something just a little bit more than a bucket.
I want to make it a little bit more interesting. I don't know.
All right.
Are there any places that sell kiddie pools?
Little inflatable ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elona
right.
would use that.
Now
What
everybody
is-
be absolutely still.
Shh, nobody move. All right, it is 2 nights until the full moon,
Fish.
however. So you guys can decide what still water you're going to use, but it'll be a couple of days until you can actually use it.
Okay. Is there any
2 nights, in fact. 2 nights from tonight would be the full moon night.
We get to
what
sleep.
day are we on?
would
Are
we
we on
would we know of any place that a falconer would be at?
Falconer. Sure. Yeah, you could certainly find a falconer in the city of Waterdeep.
Sweet.
Feed your bird.
No, because he might have talents and stuff that have been from previous
Hunts.
birds of his.
Zavroski might also try to find a hunter if that doesn't work out.
Yeah, or we could just go in the woods, look for owls or hawks or some shit like that.
Okay, so you guys are gonna go hunting.
Well, look for a hunter that would be selling his wares first. That's Zavroski's. Zavroski's not going hunting.
Yeah. Well, hunters wouldn't.
Zavroski would go
hunters-
outside.
Normally, hunters wouldn't hunt.
Or we could go to a magic shop, see if they have it as a component.
God, you guys are so brilliant. I'll say hunters probably wouldn't hunt birds of prey. That's not normally.
You don't really eat owl very often. Or
Yeah,
something like that.
hunters are normally bringing back things they can sell, not So, you could find a hunter and hire them to do that, of course, but you probably couldn't. It'd be hard to find one who has that as part of his daily hunt, so to speak.
So how about as a magic component? Will we be able to find it in a magic shop?
That is a good question. You can go to a magic shop and so what? Make me a skill check. Let's make an investigation. Make an investigation check. See if you can find a magical component that is the talon of a bird of prey.
Zavroski knows lots of like clothing shops and stuff, so he's gonna help out.
12.
Oh, he's gonna help out. But...
Sure. Actually, that just makes it. So, yes, you go to a local. In fact, there is a magic shop not far from the manor, and you go, and there are mostly books, but there's also a section where there are different components and rarities to be sold. And it turns out that there is, in fact, the talon of a bird of prey in one of these containers. You were able to purchase it for 5 dragons.
Sweet.
From the party fund.
All right, now all we need is some water.
Wow, you guys are unbelievably creative. I just can't even tell you. That is amazing. I never thought of the spell component idea.
I'm a warlock. I mean, he doesn't need spell component.
I'm just saying, this is.
Magic man.
I won't tell you too much.
I also play a druid, so.
No, you
Okay.
don't. You're only Cole. I don't know what you're talking about.
So anything else? So it's 2 days till the full moon. Anything you guys have to do between now and then?
Just wait up, Jake, and
trying to find the fountain that we're gonna use.
Oh, all right.
Finding a fountain.
Zavroski also has to check in with his patron on day 10. So it was day 9 when we did Agatha's stuff. So if it's the next day, he's
Zavroski checking in on things.
checking in with his patron.
All right.
Making that money. Wait, is it payday?
This is next day? This is hold on.
We haven't said we're going to sleep yet.
Yeah.
So
Per se.
It would be a tomorrow thing, is
It
what
would
he's
be
saying.
a-
He's preparing to do it tomorrow.
Okay.
So right now, all the contractors aren't going to work because of the rats.
That's
Right.
right. You guys are sort of.
We need to clear the house, which this lady is trying to do, so they can get back to work.
Well, the
And if we can
contractors
make it
say
happen within these next couple days, we're golden.
Well, I just don't know if I want to sleep on the bar again, and I'm not going to sleep in a rat-infested house. Like before, like it was a broken down house. Like it was bad, but it wasn't rats.
Well, since then you've not seen a
Like I don't
single
want to
rat.
wake up with a rat's balls in my face. It's
Haven't
not
seen
on my list of things to do.
You guys have seen no rats. There's no rat droppings. No signs of any rats.
You can cuddle with Cole, and he can protect you.
I'm actually quite warm to cuddle with. So if you're okay with that, you can.
He'll protect you from the
I already
rat.
run hot.
You see, this is
Open
my
a
problem
fucking
too. I'm
window.
like a space heater.
Open a window. You don't need to sleep under the same blanket.
It is very cool outside these days.
Boom.
So let's see. So this is day 3 after. No, day 2, right? Day 3. Hang on.
When are
That's
you?
true,
When's
that's
day 1?
The next day was
Oh,
Agatha. I'm talking since y'all went to. So you did Agatha the first day. The second day, you guys went and found those ingredients.
Oh, then we've been rolling with disadvantage though. So
Oh yeah, I rolled that last one with this.
Oh, that was all one day. Okay, that's better. Okay, fine. All right. So the second day after the incident at the warehouse, in the morning, Zavroski, you are headed out to see your friend.
Patron.
Actually, well, you're not even there. All right, you're not there. So
yeah,
That night, I would have woken Jake up again.
Oh, okay. So
Jesus Christ.
that night, as Jake is trying to go to a sleep, you are once again, Jake.
Sleeping on this goddamn bar is killing my neck, and then all
with
those making
a
noise.
small bag of silver capsules thrown on his chest.
Dear God. Silver capsules?
Yeah.
What are these?
If we're doing honesty, which is all I want, here's your honesty.
What is this? I'm not sure what you mean. Like, what are these? I don't know what this is.
It's called Wish.
Okay.
I've been
Like the ones you get from a persimmon?
No. significantly better, actually.
No, I know wishes, and I know about your problem, Elona. We all know about your problem.
Well, we're doing honesty now, so I've decided to be, upfront in the hopes you would fucking tell me what is going on.
Going on with what?
This person you made a promise to, the fact we had to go to some warehouses and you wouldn't even let me join you. None of this is the Jake I know.
But I explained that the warehouses thing was trouble. I can't let trouble happen.
From upstairs in his room, you hear trouble.
Yeah, you guys
you
hear.
wanna stop
It's all about trouble.
You guys hear the creak of a floorboard, and then nothing sooner as Cole is quiet as he listens from the top of the stairs.
He's like a kid peeking through the banisters.
Totally, yeah. Watching mom and dad argue.
Mom and dad are fighting again.
I'm so sad.
Well, no, first off, you didn't explain what this trouble was. You just said there was some.
No, I just said that we can't get into it.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. The Jake I know would tell me if we were in trouble and exactly what that trouble was so I could look out for it besides...
We're not in trouble right now.
Warehouse with Zavroski dressed as a pirate and Cole.
You know you love hanging out with Zavroski as a pirate.
I do not, actually.
You know you actually love it.
He's into that.
I know you want to deny it, but we all know that you love it.
No, I actually hate him very much.
Are we done here?
No, we're not.
Oh, Jake's in it now, man. Jake
man,
is
Jake,
in.
what are you
Listen.
doing?
She's locked
the trouble
on,
is
Jake.
that we can't get into it.
She's locked
The trouble
on.
is that we can't get into it.
Why can't we?
Because you'll go to the monastery again, and I'll go to jail again. It's pretty straightforward stuff
Not
here.
if you tell me. There's not like the walls aren't gonna tell anyone if you're telling me what's going on.
Yeah, but had you been there and the cops shown up and you got caught and busted, I'm not gonna be able to get you out of trouble. My dad's not gonna be able to get you out of trouble. Your dad's not gonna be able to get you out of trouble. Nobody's gonna get you out of trouble, and so I gotta keep you out of trouble. I'm not willing to take that risk
I went
for
there
you.
for 6 fucking years. Another 2 years isn't gonna do anything. They already hate me there. They probably won't even take me back.
What if it's more? What if it's worse than a monastery? What if it's prison?
You survived prison.
I survived a year of prison is because I made friends that weren't that great, which is why I'm dealing with this trouble now of Kethos, because I had to deal with prison. It wasn't easy for me in prison by myself without anybody to watch my back. I was by myself, just like you were by yourself at the monastery. I don't want that to happen again. It can't happen again. So that's where we're at. We can't get into trouble, Elona. We can't go back to that. I'm not looking to go back to prison. It was a horrible time. I met horrible people.
Then
I got involved with horrible people.
What's wrong? You tell me the problem, and I fix it so we don't have this issue anymore.
The problem is that I had joined the Xanathars to survive prison.
Okay, you're not with them anymore.
Yeah, but that's what that all was last night. Was that me still dealing with that? They still want me to do things for them, and that's what I got to deal with that. But I can't get you involved with that.
Why not?
Because that could get you put in jail.
It'll get your ass put in jail too. And then
yeah, but I might be able to get out of it again. I don't know about you though. Understand, Elona? This is about you.
No, I don't fucking understand.
It's about you not going away again. All right?
There's no promise I would go away again, and it really bothers me that you're not letting me help you.
You are helping. You've been helping a lot.
By sitting in a warehouse, watching Zavroski in a pirate costume?
All I was doing was sitting outside a warehouse watching some guys unload stuff that I thought was honey.
Yeah, well, I could have been there with you in case.
But then you're going to get involved with Kethos, and I don't want you to get involved with Kethos.
It does not scare me. I could break him over my kneecap.
It's not about him being scary or you being scared of him alone. It's about the man just knowing who you are. It's about the Xanathars knowing who you are, and you potentially getting involved with the Xanathars. I can't have that. You can't have that.
You're involved with them. You're fucking fine. I don't.
And I'm trying to get away from it. I'm trying to get out of that life. I'm trying to start something better for us so that we have a future.
You are not the Jake I know.
I'm the same Jake. I just have different priorities because I don't like jail.
Yeah, you have different priorities to this person you promised that you would change for. Who is it? Who do I need to go beat up?
It wasn't a promise that I made that I needed to change. It was just that I needed to stay out of trouble. I promised I would stay out of trouble.
To who?
Somebody important. Why do you need to know?
I'm going to grab Jake by the collar of his fucking shirt and lift him 3 feet off the fucking ground. To fucking who, Jake?
Oh man!
And then so now
I need to roll initiative?
Jake's a little fed up, so he'll kind of like
that's fine.
Try and break the hold and knock himself back down the floor.
Oh, do you want to do it Do you want to?
I don't know if you want to do a strength hunt or you just want this reveal. If you just want the reveal, then you can have the reveal. If you want to contest it, we can contest it.
I will contest it.
Okay, well, I'll do the dex check to escape then. Just straight dex check, right?
All right, so it's
acrobatics is a straight dex check for me, anyways.
Athletics for Elona, acrobatics for Jake.
22.
Jesus Christ!
Oh no, Jake!
That's realistic. Elona, put me down. Jesus Christ, would you let me go? It was your dad, all right?
How?
It was your dad, I promise. That's who it was. Are you happy now? He doesn't want you to go away again. Neither do I. You just got back. I promised him that I would keep you out of trouble so that you didn't go away again. And now you know. Now the secret's out. With another promise that I've broken to your dad. Thanks a lot, Elona. But that's what's up. Now you know. Assuming she just drops me now?
No, I didn't drop you. You're still being held, but she's not saying anything.
How loud?
Oh, so loud.
That was full.
Oh yeah, no, Cole, you're like Cole's face is through the rungs of the stairs. Like, oh my god!
The neighbors maybe heard that.
Cole's at the top of the stairs, just leaning over the banister. That was fantastic. You two should, try acting. You should go on the stage with Zavroski. This was fantastic.
Cole, you have 30 seconds before I throw Jake at you. Get upstairs.
I am upstairs.
Okay.
That's the best response.
I'm gonna drop Jake, and I'm gonna go pick up Cole.
You're gonna have to go chase him
upstairs.
Elona, you wanted to know this. As she kind of goes towards Cole, that's what Jake's gonna yell. You wanted to know this, Elona. You asked. You had to know.
I'm taking my drugs, and I'm gonna go beat up Cole.
Oh man. Cole's ready.
Physically watch me start up the stairs, pause, turn around, grab my fucking baggie of drugs, and then walk up the stairs to go beat the shit out of Cole.
Oh snap! All right.
I shouted something to try and stop her. I did my best. I did my fucking best.
He spoke of you often while you were gone, right?
Are you saying this as I'm picking you up?
As you're coming up the stairs.
No, he spoke of you all the time.
He spoke of you often, all the time. This man loves you. He only wants to protect you. How are you not seeing this?
Go fuck yourself. And I'm gonna push past him and go to my room. Slamming the door shut. And then I'm gonna do 3 tablets of fucking wish.
Woo!
He's flying high tonight!
Oh shit. All right.
I don't know what it'll do to me taking 3 because I've only ever taken 1 at a time, so I expect I have to roll.
You are absolutely going to. All right, so you're gonna have to make 2 savings throws. DC for the first one is 13. It's a con save. DC 13.
Good, because we all know I'm really good at con. Nope.
Okay, so tomorrow, for the next day tomorrow, you're going to have the poisoned condition.
Oh, good.
And now this is to see if you can sleep at all. So another DC 13 con save.
Nope, I can't sleep either.
All right.
That shook Elona to the core.
So
Elona is shook to the core.
You do have the most amazing night in memory. If you could only remember it. It is the most blissful. Yeah, like you are just out of your mind.
Everything in her room is smashed.
Yeah.
Like it is.
It's like an 8-hour DMT trip.
Right. But the next day, unfortunately, you're going to have a level of exhaustion and the poisoned condition the entire day. But man, was that a night.
Yeah, everything is broken. I'm sure Cole and Jake just hear things smashing and her screaming.
She'll be fine. She does this all the time.
What?
It's a good thing we're getting the place fixed.
The door, like, if you walk downstairs...
Yeah, this is going to set you back.
They walked down before. The door is shattered in, like, 47 pieces.
Yeah, this is going to set you guys back a day.
Yeah, her bed is broken. the window that was in her room also shattered.
Oh yeah.
Anything that is in her room has been torn apart.
Several fist-sized holes in the wall, a couple of head-sized holes in the wall.
When you give a monster and you get him mad, he punches through the drywall. That's exactly what happened.
Except this isn't drywall. This is actually like wood.
This is like
wooden planks.
Right. Yeah.
Just hope she doesn't hit a support beam. Otherwise, we're gonna be.
Right. Oh. Yeah. Right there.
All right. So that let's see.
That's what I wanted to do before we had the whole dog issue, but you know, we got around to it.
Did I miss something Zavroski was doing that evening?
He's gonna go talk to Jake's dad.
That evening, no. He'd just be doing his regular.
Oh, the next day. Yeah.
Gaining fans.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
so
he's trying to use his new ability, the enthralling performance, each night to like gain super fans if he can.
Super fans.
Zavroski's trying to build up that network, baby.
Yeah, we can do that. Is that a one person? Is that a? How do we figure that out?
It's charisma modifier. People can be affected. It's a saving throw.
All right. So let's see. Every night you do that, we'll take. Oh, let's keep it running total. How about that? You've done this probably a couple nights now, right?
Yep.
All right,
Since level 3, so I think 2 or 3 nights.
Let's look at my calendar. Let's say 3. Let's round up to 3. So you tell me how many people that you have as super fans, and I will notate that.
I mean, it does say the effect, like they become super charmed and love you and idolize you for an hour, and then the effect goes away, but I'm not sure how much of that you'd want to say kind of sticks around afterwards.
Yeah, sure.
They might not all be super fans forever, but they like talk super glowingly about you and idolize you for that hour.
That makes sense. And on a given performance, how many can you have?
4, because it's up to my charisma modifier.
Okay, yeah, I know you have what's his name? Bob, who already is it Bob?
Yep.
That was my
Good old Bob.
So you have good old Bob. All right, let's say that each night. That's fine. Let's say 1 out of 4 fans becomes like a permanent super fan. So on average, I guess that's 1 per night. Super fans you'll have. So you've got, well, I'll say 3 currently super fans. And I'm gonna call Bob, and you can make up names for the rest. How about that?
Sure.
And these are people that will follow you around. They'll do a lot for you. So this is actually a good reputation thing. So each of these super fans are gonna start out with a reputation with you of 5, which is on a 10-point scale, which is like a 10 is someone who will die for you, and 5 is someone who will pledge a lot of their lives to you. It's like they're sort of like the super concert fans. So when you go in concert, they're gonna go where you are.
When does it become a super stalker fan?
Yeah, when do they start stealing his underwear? and, like, trying to sell it
That's
on
around
eBay?
7 or 8.
Guys, quit stealing my ideas. Come on now. Let me
That
get to
has some
it.
drawbacks to the super fans.
Let me get to it. Okay.
Have you ever
Come
seen
on.
the movie Swim Fan?
Just saying.
Or The Fan with Wesley Snipes.
Yeah,
Also.
yeah.
Robert
Or,
De Niro. Very, very good movie.
All right, what's the movie with the girl who like broke his ankles on the blocks? Like the
Misery.
Misery. Yeah, you ever see Misery? Oh man, look,
Oh,
Sorry.
when she breaks his ankles.
I shouldn't have said that.
Yes, it's so it
bad.
makes me cringe every
Doesn't
time.
it? Just even thinking about it, yeah, it's crazy. All right,
Oh
so
God.
you guys. Oh yeah, so you do go see your patron, the Master Melshimber, and you go up there and they welcome you in. You go up there and you talk to him, and he's like, so. Word in the daily brief is that my son was involved in an incident on the docks where someone raised a sword against the city guard.
He was trying to get out of what he's
This
been
was
previously
2
in.
days ago. Why am I just now hearing about this?
If you'd like me to come to you every day, I can do that.
I don't need you to come to me every day, but if what am I paying you for? if not to keep him on a short leash and ensure he is out of trouble. And if he is in trouble with the town watch, he raised a sword against the town watch?
He did not.
Well, that is the word on the street. He and his friend raised swords against the town watch. I wouldn't be surprised if they're not there now, at the manor, arresting him.
No one has come by. There's something Jake didn't tell us about that night. It seems he's hiding something else from me in his plans with... It seems like he's trying to get away from these folk that he had to deal with.
It doesn't seem like that to me. He is still consorting with them. He is still helping them with their missions. And, well, if he dared raise a sword against the city watch, even I cannot possibly help him in that.
I believe he's smarter than that. He ran and said to the man that did raise a sword that he was insane.
I shall check on this. But you say he is hiding something from you.
He's closed off in regards to that incident.
Well, your payment this 10 days is closed off until I get the details of that incident. See that you find out what he is hiding. I am not paying you for nothing.
Very well.
Come to me as soon as you know more. And he waves a hand, and a servant comes and escorts you out of the premises.
Such a dick.
His dad is such a charmer.
He's a straight, like,
you see why I hate him now?
He's a hard ass. He's a hard ass. He's like a drill sergeant from like the Marines or.
Not the word I would use. Hard ass is too nice of a word.
Well, that's what I'm trying to portray. I don't know if I'm doing a good job.
Zavroski knows he's a noble, but he doesn't like dealing with nobles like this. So we'll see how long he stays in his employ.
Yeah.
Zavroski wants to be famous himself and be just as rubbing elbows with nobles himself. So
True.
He doesn't want to be looked down upon.
Well, the payment's pretty solid though.
Yeah.
So
depends how well this bar ends up running. Then we'll see.
All right.
Gets enough fans, doesn't get murdered by them, you know.
But we'll get murdered. Maybe just hobbled, crippled.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys, anybody else have anything to do this day?
Find the pool.
Or the next day?
Sleep through my poisoned, exhausted state.
Find the pool.
You can. Let's see.
No, I'd
this
join
day-
them. I wouldn't sleep through the day.
All right.
My guess is she didn't sleep at all.
She's still wired. Her eyes are just.
Oh yeah. That's why she's exhausted.
She has no iris. It's still
She actually
all
got zero sleep. Like she just at some point she sort of passed out kind of, but with her eyes open. And so when she kind of
Sorry.
regains herself where she is, her eyes are like bloodshot and she's like, and even as an orc with her incredible constitution, she's struggling a bit today. So when you guys get back from the Melshimbers, there's you notice this interesting. You get back and you're hanging out or whatever, and you see the door. Oh no, that's not true. All right, roll me.
Someone stole our door.
Roll me perception checks.
All of us?
everyone.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, I have perception.
I also have perception.
I see things sometimes.
Holy
I don't.
smokes!
I didn't see anything. I got a 9.
Nothing. Jake.
Sam, what the hell, man?
Nothing.
All right, Jake.
He's more looking at Jake than looking around at anything
Yeah.
else.
So you guys are in the main area and you're kind of hanging out, and Jake, you sort of hear this sort of, "Go ahead, you scaredy cat. Come on, go ahead, scaredy cat." "I'm not scared." I'll come from outside, and after you hear that, you
Children again.
you see the door push open, and this tiefling child sort of creeps in. He looks around. And he sees you guys like, "Ah!" And outside you hear other screams. "Ah! Sorry, I didn't know anybody was here. Sorry."
Leave.
Okay.
Don't you guys know about this house?
No.
Children,
Yes.
Children get killed in this house. Lots of children have been killed in this house.
place.
Yeah. Ah! He runs out and the door slams shut behind him.
Goddamn, Jake.
So many kids!
Listen, the old lady
my
said kids
God.
get killed in this house. So
Hold on. I need
gotta
to
protect
write,
the kids.
I
Protect
need to
the
write
kids.
notes.
Right now, just
Start a
Jake's
rumor
large
that so
children.
many kids get killed in this house.
Don't you know children? Hold on, children get killed in this house. Yes, we do. We do know that now. All right.
As long as the kids think it, we can be a speakeasy.
So
That's actually
Sure,
the
that's
password
it.
to get into the bar.
Ah, there you go.
Kids get killed in this place.
all right. Oh God. All right. Another day goes by, and it is full moon night. From where are you collecting water from a still pool?
Jake's the one that got the good perception. Where is
Oh,
he?
wait.
getting it?
Hang on. Sorry. Sorry. Before that. Oh, no. That's right. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. You guys, yeah. So that day goes by. Oh, yeah. Okay. So from whence are you collecting water from a still pool under
Yes.
the light of the full moon?
Yeah. Some sort of fountain that's
The Melshimber estate probably has a fountain somewhere that probably is in disarray.
Let's just use the Melshimbers for everything.
Man, what the? All
It
right.
probably has something.
It's not
I need
hard.
to go there anyway.
Oh, do you now?
I need to talk to my father about some things that Jake might have said just recently. Maybe not at midnight. Maybe we'll do that a different day.
Oh, man.
Kicking her dad's door at midnight. What the
Oh, that
fuck,
would be
Dad?
very
What
Elona,
the
though.
fuck?
Zavroski is actually probably pressing Jake
Uh-oh.
at some point about if we're gonna have any more dealings with the Xanathars.
okay. I guess Cole is the one getting the water, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, no,
We
Zat
can
would be
walk
doing that
together.
before we run off to the mansion.
Yeah, we're all walking together to the mansion to get the water. I am gonna kick in my dad's door at midnight. I've decided it's very Elona.
All right.
What the fuck?
All right, let's see. So one scene. There is a scene
Out of my life.
of an old pool. This was once a fountain that burbled, but this is now just a sort of still pool, and there's lots of algae and such sitting in the pool.
Is the moonlight hitting the water?
The moonlight is indeed hitting the water.
Excellent.
All right, how do you collect the water?
With my hands.
I have a huge flagon from the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turns out when you put the flagon in the water, it causes ripples and pools, and the water is very ripply.
Can't you just leave it though? Let the ripples settle and then pick it up?
Why, yes. Yes, you
That
could.
would be still water.
Turns out, if you wait a while, the water does settle down, and then it is a still pool.
Sorry, Elona shouldn't have thought about that. That is way too smart.
You guys are... You guys. Yes. And so, yes. And so, if you wait just a little while, the pool is indeed still under the light of the full moon. Then you have that flask of that water. And you can pull that flask out. And that is a flask of water, still water, taken from under the light of the full moon.
Excellent.
You guys...
Have everything, 100.
I gotta make this harder. All right, fine. Elona, you were what?
We can let Jake and Zav go first. There's been a lot of Elona emotion happening right now.
All right.
Let the other two go first. Mainly because I want to hear this conversation.
Jake, I'm
Wait,
surprised no lawman has come for you after a few nights ago.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Did they not see your face? Are they not familiar with you in the dock ward?
Oh, they probably just didn't see me. It was foggy out. You saw the mist that was everywhere. They just didn't. All they saw was me running. They just saw somebody running. And I was wearing a different jacket that night. I don't know if you noticed that, but I changed my jacket.
Right. So do you believe the Xanathars are not going to bother you anymore then?
Oh, the Xanathars are definitely going to bother me again. I don't think I have any trouble with the law. I think I got away from that because I bounced before they saw who was there. You know what I mean? I think I got away free from that one. But I'm going to have to deal with the Xanathars again. I'm not going to lie to you here, Zav. It's just something I'm going to have to deal with.
Kathos wasn't the only one. He's not going to be arrested and out of the scene for a while.
Well,
others from the group are going to come after you?
More than likely. Kathos wasn't the top dog. So
yeah, but maybe he was the only one that you dealt with. I'm not familiar with.
Oh no! I mean, I dealt with many people within the Xanathars Guild. I was with them for almost 5 years. So, like, it's just they're going to come back. That part of it is going to come back to bite me in the ass. I'm not going to lie to you here. We're in a little bit of trouble with that. There's a little bit of trouble. Like I would say, like no, just maybe like that much trouble. Like that much trouble I'm in.
Do you have a plan for that?
I mean, that's the kind of thing I just like to play by ear.
So what was the plan with Kathos then?
I played that by ear too.
But what was your plan if guards didn't materialize out of nowhere?
Oh, well, then I would have to use my name. Oh, you mean if the guards hadn't shown up?
Yeah.
Then then everything would have gone smooth, and I would have been okay until the Xanathars bothered me again. So
I thought you were trying to get away from that.
I am, but they're still going to bother me from time to time, and I got to deal with that when it comes up. But like that's why, like before the guard showed up, if the guard hadn't showed up, I'd be like in this much trouble. Because the guard showed up and I bailed, I'm in like this much trouble. So it's just different it's a scale, it's a spectrum of trouble. And at this end, there's no trouble, and at this end, there's lots of trouble. We're like here in the spectrum right now. That's all. We're just along that spectrum.
Trouble is Jake's favorite word.
So, yeah, trouble.
So you're saying that night did not go well for you?
No, definitely we are in it now. In the proverbial shit, as it were.
Is that why you were so closed off before?
I mean, I gotta protect everybody. I mean, I'm not gonna drag you guys into this. You've got a good name to protect, Zav. You're trying to make it big. What's it going to do good for you to get arrested?
Right.
I mean, sometimes that goes over well for a celebrity.
Can we have a better plan going forward than just wing it?
I mean, you're more of the blueprint guy, Zav. I'm a wing it kind of guy. That's just, I'm an impulse buyer, and that's just how it is. I have like half a plan.
Well, please indulge me.
Well, the first part is that I need to know what's going on. I don't right now. So the first part of my plan is to find out what's going on. And then once I know what's going on, then I can build on that plan.
And what do you mean by knowing what's going on? Who do you need to talk to find that out?
As you mentioned, there's the law. That one's that's more of like a waiting game than anything else.
So,
and then the Xanathars, which again,
should I talk to the captain that we've dealt with before about what's going on?
Staggett might be able to help. Yeah.
I assume you don't want to go to him yourself, since you could be.
I want to let the heat die off a little bit. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
You gotta let that heat die down, and then they forget that it was me. That they're looking for somebody right now, and I don't want to go and be like, "Hey, you're looking for me." I'm not turning myself in, but I mean,
so talking with Captain is not a bad idea.
We could go and talk with Staggett once the heat dies down.
How long do you want to wait?
A couple days. It should be fine.
All right.
Just as long as the cops don't come knocking at the door, we're good, and that's all that matters.
All right.
And if I get arrested, then we deal with that at the time. I mean, that's when we get new information and we can start coming up with a plan.
Well, I'll wait for that day then, and we'll hopefully get something set up before we have another a near miss, as it were.
Yeah, I like to keep it a little bit more broad as well. I don't want to be so close, just as far away from that as possible. But we're going to have to deal with it. Trouble is coming.
Hopefully not too much.
Trouble is coming.
Jake Dean, Trouble Melshimber.
All right, new name of the stream. Trouble is coming. Oh, yeah, someone remind me of that. So you guys wrap up your time here at the Melshimber estate.
I gotta go talk to my dad and more than likely piss off Jake's dad because it's loud at midnight. So bring it on, Sammy.
All right, so you go to your dad's. Your dad's. He's actually got a small sort of not a villa, but like an area to himself, a house on the premises. Right, he's the captain of the guard, so it's
like a pool house.
He's afforded his own house.
Stays in the pool house,
but his house is like a house. Like he's got a legitimate
nice pool house.
Yeah,
I
really
had a nice house growing up.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a nice pool house.
He wouldn't have guards. He's the guard.
Yeah, you see lots of guards, but they all recognize you and like they let you through. So you pass many guards on your way to your father's guardhouse. Like if you were, an interloper or someone invading, you would have been murdered long ago. But as the daughter of him, they
murdered. Not even
murdered pretty quickly.
Question or captured, just murdered.
The fact that she's currently looking through her brow means nothing.
Yeah. No, they look at you and you're stopped a few times on the way there. And as you look up at them like, oh, yeah. All right. So they,
from my ears.
And the last two guards are like, it's late,
And?
Go right in.
What I thought. I am not going to knock. I am going to I assume I still have a key to my father's house. If not, I'm going to pick up the fake rock that he puts the key under like an idiot and open the door.
You got the key, yep.
Open it up, slam the door shut behind me, hopefully waking up my father. Hopefully he's not with a woman in bed, but we'll figure that out as we go.
He's not. In fact, as you slam the door and look over to smile at him, you notice
he
is already.
What was Jake's aunt's name?
Oh no!
He's with Aunt Ruth. He's into grannies.
Shut the fuck up, Hector. I will.
Oh, if only I were that thoughtful. Oh man.
Change the tone of this entire conversation.
Yeah. So you open the door and you slam it shut and you look over and your father is lying in bed and he seems to be unmoved and he says, "What is it, Elona?"
We have a conversation that needs to happen because I just learned some information and I am not okay with it.
Yes, child, but it is late.
I don't give a fuck. Get up.
Oh, I see. This is important. Okay, very well. And he stands up, and and your father, like you've noticed this, right? Your father is almost preternaturally alert. Like he always knows what's going on before it happens. And so when you came in here, you were expecting to startle him, and he didn't even budge. Like he probably knew you were here when you were 20 feet out talking to the second set of guards, right? Like that's the kind of guy your father is. And so he's like, very well. And he gets up and he lights a lantern. He says, I know you don't need this, but I do. So very well. Wait, I sense I will need a drink for this. And so he brings over a couple of glasses, sets them on the table, and he pours himself one. Pours you one.
Down it.
Yes, well. And he goes to pour he's like, yes. So, and he takes a small sip. What is troubling you, my daughter?
You turned Jake against me.
I turned
You turned Jake against me.
I do not understand.
You turned my best friend against everything that was our friendship. I don't know if I can say any smaller words. I thought you were smarter than that, because I'm definitely not smart. But you put Jake against me.
My daughter, first off, do not underestimate your intellect. Some may call you not smart, but you
Not the point.
You are wise beyond your years. You know many
Not
things.
the point.
Yes. Well, turned Jake against you. Now let's talk about this. How do you mean turned Jake against you?
Jake was fun. I came to you before this. Remember that conversation?
I do. We talked about fun. Now,
I figured out
fun
the
in what way?
reason
Fun in
not
what way?
including me in conversations or any plans is because he made some weird fucking promise to you.
He told you of this?
Yeah, well, I did have him like 4 feet off the ground and threatening his life, but that's beside the point.
Ah, well, that's my girl. I'm not gonna lie. I'm proud of you. I'm both dismayed and proud of you for that. I'm not gonna lie. But yes, I figured you would
taught
get.
me well.
Well, you know, yes, I taught you well, but you are a good student. You are my daughter.
But back to the whole you fucked up.
Yes.
relationship. You want to go to that?
Okay, so your and Jake's relationship was based upon what? Being hoodlums, being criminals, stealing and hurting others?
Yes, that is the entire basis of our friendship.
But at some point, my daughter, my dear daughter, you must realize that fun must end, right? At some point, we must become good citizens.
That's not your decision to make.
No, it is not.
You don't get to decide that, and you can't force Jake into doing things that you want to happen.
Well,
I don't know what you said to him or what you threatened him with, because I know Jake, and Jake wouldn't make that promise off the bat. So you did something to him to make him make that promise.
You have to realize, my daughter, you are adults now. And when you are children and you're up to shenanigans, those things are laughed upon, and they're saying, and you can get away with that. But now that you are adults, these shenanigans are punishable by law.
They were already punishable. I was in the monastery for 6 years. I know that when we do dumb things, bad things happen to us. That doesn't mean I want to stop doing them.
But see, that's where our disconnect is you see, I recognize you have a strong spirit, and I want you to have this strong spirit. That's why I've told you last time we talked, perhaps Waterdeep is not the place for you. Waterdeep is a place of strong laws, strong rules. The rule of law is imperative here in Waterdeep. We must all follow them. Even if we bend them or break them, we must do it casually, right? Perhaps your place is not here in Waterdeep, my child. I've told you this, and I have told Jake this, because perhaps mistakenly so, but I always assumed that it was Jake who led you into these things. I know that you have a strong spirit, but I also know that your heart is pure. I know that your heart is good, and you do the right thing, even if it means hurting people or breaking the law. You do the right thing, and that is the thing I cherish about you, my daughter.
What did you say to Jake?
I told Jake that I expected him to ensure that you were not again sent away. Jake is the motivation behind the deeds that you do. And I think that Jake is the problem. Jake has the spirit where he has to get into trouble. He has to cause problems.
And you broke that. You destroyed the Jake that was my best friend. The person who kept me going through that fucking monastery was Jake. And now I got out of it to not have the Jake that I was working for. So you have to live with the fact you destroyed everything that I was doing things for. And I leave.
And the door sluts. Oh, man. All right. And
Fuck
you leave.
you, Dad.
Wow. Poor Dad.
Stay the fuck out of my life, Dad.
Man, that's hard. All right.
And as Elona joins the group, she's going to wipe away one tear and then punch something nearby.
Zavroski. Just throwing ideas out. I don't know.
No. It would be a physical object. It wouldn't be Zav. She's not mad at Zav in this very moment. Currently, she's mad at everyone.
Zavroski should be in the clear now. Let's be honest. Should be.
He's not, but he should be.
Should be.
No. Elona's just gonna whatever is nearby and slightly. I don't give a fuck if guards are watching or anything. Anything breakable nearby is going to be broken.
Okay, yeah. There's a couple of nearby windows that would be easy to break. I mean,
Perfect.
All right.
Shattering them, and I hope they are right in Jake's dad's bedroom.
Yeah, sure. One of them will be like this sort of the room for there.
Okay, perfect. Yep. I'm gonna just if it's second story, I'm picking up a rock and just throwing it through the window.
Yeah. And as you guys walk out, the door opens, and Elona's dad steps out and says, Elona, we're not done speaking. Elona, come back and speak with me now.
Why don't you talk to Jake? And I'm gonna just start walking back towards the tavern.
Spicy.
Dang. All right. Fine. All right, so that ends this night.
And I feel real bad as soon as my dad dies because Roy's mean.
I am not mean. I am a totally nice.
The next morning, you get a paper bird. Elona's father passed away in the night by a heart attack.
Killed
Or by
himself.
like getting stabbed.
Suicide.
Broken heart.
My daughter
good
doesn't
about
love
it.
me. I must kill myself. Not yet.
Seppuku.
Oh, that's the worst. way to do it.
So the next day, let's see. You guys have gathered the water from a still pond under the light of a full moon. You have the ashes from the home of a widow and the talent of bird of prey. So the next day, actually, you can, if you'd like.
Agatha, please come over.
All right. Agatha tells you, she says, yes, well, oh, this is fantastic. You've gathered these ingredients. Are these the right ingredients? You're sure?
We followed what the list was.
That's well, very well. Though, I feel like I should be compensated. Let's call this, well, I mean, I'm doing you a fine service. Are you kidding me?
Alona didn't say that out loud.
Who else can do this service? Oh, my bad. I will, this service will cost you 150 dragons.
But we had to get all the parts for it.
We went and found all the pieces.
Yes, and
If you were bringing the pieces, there'd be that fee, but still.
I am still going to be the conduit. There is grave danger to myself in this, as you have noticed the last time we did this, I believe.
150.
But we shouldn't have as much resistance this time.
Oh, this time is the dangerous time, for we are severing the spirits from a
Did I get to beat
place
someone up?
they
Did I get
may
to beat
not
someone up?
want to be severed
do
from.
we have enough gold to cover that?
I don't know.
We
me
do.
Yeah.
It's like the last of our gold. So we got 25 platinum and 90 gold, essentially.
Oh yeah, 200
Okay.
platinum is
112
250 gold. You have plenty of gold.
No, I thought you said 150.
No,
You
you
have 25 platinum, so
it's a 10 to
each.
1. Yeah, so you have
Yeah.
25 platinum is 250 gold.
Let me just give her
Our gold.
15 platinum.
All right. She takes it. I just took out a party treasure, and she's like,
Don't you guys know how to haggle? Jeez.
Yeah. How did that already appear in her hands?
Alona gave it to her.
Zavroski's kind of like,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And she actually,
that was fast.
Alona
so
did not.
where- How did she get into the party?
Yeah, who let Alona touch the party?
How'd she get into petty cash?
so she takes this payment all up front. She insists that this is all up front. So she takes it all. She leaves it all in her shop, and she brings out another satchel, and she pulls out some different candles and some different stones and rocks and such. And she says, "Let us go, but this may be difficult. Steel yourselves, for the spirits do not like to be severed from that to which they are connected."
Ooh.
Is there,
That's right. I'm being spooky, mother.
Linger up.
Is there anything else that we should bring? It seems you have your own candles and whatnot, but is there other things to guard against the spirits that we can do?
Bring
Like any
bring
kind of
your
scented
wits.
candles?
Bring your wits and your magical items and your silvered weapons, for those are the things required to strike the spirits if necessary.
Anyone got silver for my fists?
Silvered weapons.
Can I tape silver dragons to my knuckles?
No.
That's a silver weapon. What the fuck? Let me tape silver dragons to my knuckles.
I love the idea, but no. There's no such thing as tape. So you guys
tie with some rope. I have 50 feet of hempen rope.
You guys head back to the manor.
Madame Agatha, we do not have any silvered weapons.
Ah.
I know Cole has his own magical sword, but that is only one.
Well, then let us hope that will be enough, if need be.
Sweet. So yeah, Cole's
Will
got a sword
either
in
of
his
our
hand already.
weapons, his daggers, this rapier, do anything to the
fist.
spirits?
That is a matter of the spirits. It depends on the nature of the spirits. There are many, many different spirits in this world, my children. So many different spirits. I could not even begin to tell you. I'm sure everything will be fine.
I have some magical talents. Perhaps they will work better than my sword.
Excellent. Very well then. Come with me. So you guys all go to the manor. And she takes you up to the library. And you all go up the stairs. And she is like, prepare yourselves, my friends. For this is the time where I shall release the spirits onto this world.
Before Jake will prepare before anything goes down. Jake kind of casts a spell on himself, kind of like touching himself, and he casts mage armor.
Oh, that's very cute. I like it.
Mage armor's on. Mage armor's on. All right, hold on. I need to get the.
And that lasts for 8 hours.
Where is my? Hold on. Trollskull. Ah, man, what map did I
I'm gonna
use?
make up for the next 2 weeks, I think.
And what map did I use for you guys?
There was plenty of drama because people missed a week because of Christmas, so I had to make sure there was plenty of drama for the wonderful stream.
Did you guys have the
2020 is all about
ruined
the drama.
manor, or did you guys have? No, that's garbage.
I'm glad you liked it, Bees. I'm glad you liked the drama.
What floor are we on? We are on floor.
Everyone has
One,
a
the
library.
first floor. No, the library,
Everyone has a
right?
library.
Yeah, but the
Library.
library is gonna be second. Hold on. Oh yeah. Okay.
You have a very sad Elona who's fighting. Maybe this will help her. Oh, this is pretty. Wow, we are being so entertaining while we're trying to set things up.
There's the light.
Sorry. I know I should like. Nope. That's party treasure.
How much inspiration do I have to do dumb things? I have 3. We're good.
All the inspiration.
Jake has so many.
I'm stockpiling right now.
So you're like hoarding it.
You know what? I wasn't allowed to have the lucky feet, and so I'm taking I'm taking all of the inspiration. I'm hoarding
They're
it.
all mine.
I need to have enough to use 3 a day.
Does anyone else feel really emotional right now? Is that just
All right. So Zavroski. Let's see. You guys. Ooh, that's so big. Hold on. Oh, jeez.
That's what she said. Oh, yes.
Zavroski's used to hearing that.
Okay. I need to leave.
More like Cole's used to hearing that.
Dog. Oh, what's
does
that?
have a
then?
Yeah, Mr. Hog. Hello.
Cole and his hog.
Listen, it's not my fault. He's a tripod.
Whole tripod Voidfang. That's a fucking name if I've ever heard.
There
TM.
it is. Trademarked. That's the next T-shirt.
Whole
It's just that's what is it Chris? Is that his name?
Yeah.
That's what Chris needs to draw next. It's just Cole with a huge package. But like a package, like holding an actual package.
Or holding a hog.
Innuendo.
Holding an actual hog.
Yeah, holding a hog down right there.
Holding a big hog.
Just Cole naked holding a hog in front of himself, covering his.
Jeez, that's terrible. That's terrible.
Why
That's
are
such a
all
good
our
shirt.
shirts with us being naked on them? Alona's wearing pants in hers though, so that is
Yes.
He's not wearing a shirt.
The more
noticed
innuendo
that
we can get in there, the
very
better.
quickly. He is not wearing a shirt.
All right. You guys place yourselves wherever you want to be on this map. So this is the second story map. Don't pay attention to the name of that character. That is going to be.
Is that our seer?
Yeah, that's your seer, and she is doing this performance.
All right.
Is that door open?
If you want it to be.
Okay, yeah, because I want to be standing in the hall.
Okay, yeah. The door's open, and she is doing the thing. So she brings out this muddling bowl, and she places these different stones all around her, and she places 3 incenses in around her in a triangular formation, and the smell of incense fills the room, and she waits as the incense burns down, and the incense smell thickens in the room. She brings out this bowl, and in the bowl, she pours the ashes from the home of a widow into this bowl. Then the vial of water from a still pool under the light of the moon bowl, and she muddles that.
Muddle a mixture.
And in that, she grabs the talon, and she holds it into the water, and she's speaking again in tongues. And she reaches over and she touches the books. And as she touches the books, you can all hear the manifestation of the cries and screams of the books within. And these screams, these cries, these laughter, this gladness, this sorrow, it sort of reaches this crescendo. And as it does, she reads, and in a strong motion, she chops with this talon. And all of a sudden, all the sounds cease. All is quiet in the manor.
Oh, that was easy. The
Yeah,
rats are gone now?
That was so quick.
I thought you had to put poison down and shit.
And she looks at you and she says, "This place is clean."
Wait, heck. I don't believe her.
Okay,
Zavroski's gonna go to
gonna
take the
activate
books.
his eyes and look at the
Magic
books.
eye.
Zavroski's actually trying to see if he can move one of the books now.
You can actually move one of the books. The books no longer radiate magic, though this entire place still does radiate that same necromantic magic that you saw earlier. But the books are now movable, and the books no longer radiate magic.
Agatha, are the souls of these children free now?
They are free. We have cleansed this place of the blight that constrained it.
Okay, as she says that, Cole will out loud, "Leaf, did you see that? The children are safe. They have been allowed to cross over."
Is something supposed to happen now?
I
Yeah.
thought this was supposed to be the dangerous part.
You guys
this
are all
wasn't
watching.
We watched you air cut with a talon, and now what? This wasn't dangerous.
That's it. I don't know. It's done.
Right, cool.
Okay.
All right. She has already collected her fee, and she says, "You are welcome. If you find another house in need of my services, do not hesitate to call."
Very effective, madame.
We
I feel
thank
like you
you.
guys just got us swindled. I
Well,
think we just got swindled. Did we
That's
just
how
get
we
swindled?
work.
No, she definitely broke the magic.
Farewell, my friends. And she leaves.
Bye.
These books that were holding the children, they do not resonate magic anymore.
Nope.
Wait, did we need Agatha for Leaf, or is he leaving on his own accord?
I think that he should be appeased.
If he's not, we're getting our money back.
I don't trust her.
All right, so that's it. So tonight, you have liberated Trollskull Manor from the curse.
Ooh.
So Nothing else to do but go to bed.
I want to play Honesty or Obligation, but Elona would not be in the mood.
Huh?
I said I want to play Honesty or Obligation, but Elona would not be in the mood.
All the secrets are on the table now.
Honesty or Obligation is just fun. I guess we're going to bed.
Sweet.
All right, who's sleeping here tonight?
Everyone but Zav, I assume.
Zav's gotta make his super fans.
Zav might... No, Zav's super fan in it.
Yep.
All right. So Zav bids you all farewell, and the rest of you guys go to sleep tonight. Here.
Who does Leaf hate the most? Because I'm sure he hasn't left yet. Hunt Zav and sleep.
Which room is this with the bathtub right there?
All right. So you do. So you guys find yourselves the...
Oh, wait, Cole's got a bathtub too.
Yeah, the seer clears the air, and it's things feel fuzzy. Things feel kind of hazy, but you're like, fine. The air is cleared. Zav leaves, the seer leaves, and you guys are like, yeah, okay, fine. We'll go to bed now. Okay, fine. Cole.
Yes.
You go to sleep in your room.
Mm-hmm.
And as you sleep, you find that you're dreaming and you're in a nightmare. The nightmare has you in its jaws. Down to the depths you fall, tasting salt and blood on your lips, while water rushes into your lungs. The depths are dark, but not empty, and the dead wail together as one haunting chorus. The seas churn and drag you deeper, but you burst free from the nightmare with a sheen of sweat on your flesh.
He had a wet dream.
You wake up and the night is cold, and you can taste blood on your tongue and salt on your lips.
Did I feel like I was drowning in that dream?
You did, in fact, feel like you're drowning in that dream. Jake, as you drift off to sleep,
I've been on the toilet.
your tongue scraped. Yes, well, this is
I had
it.
bad Taco Bell for lunch. And I'm on
Yeah,
the toilet.
you guys are like, so this is the thing, right? So the spirits have been severed, and you guys all just sort of dreamily drift off. Zavroski leaves. Cole is asleep. Jake, you are also asleep. And as you try to drift off to sleep, your tongue scrapes against something in your mouth. A chunk
razor blade?
A chunk of flesh, salted, wet flesh. It isn't yours. Sickness blooms in your belly as you reach into your mouth and pull out a small, wet chunk. You hold out to the moonlight, and sure enough, it is the viscera, a human part.
God damn it, I knew that taco stand that we stopped at was no good.
Elona, as you drift to sleep, you find yourself in the library, studying by candlelight, reading books.
I don't read.
What? She's hitting the books?
I don't read. What is this?
Looking at the pictures.
You pore over old tomes and scrabbled notes, and your eyes droop. You watch yourself in the stream as your eyes droop. Darkness presses in upon you, and a chill wind sweeps through the library, and you hear in a voice, "Who's that trip-trapping over my bridge?" roared the troll. An old woman crows to a crowd of restless, awing children. "Why, I'm off to eat sweet green grass," said the little billy goat gruff. "No, you're not," roars the troll, "because I'm going to gobble you up." And the library erupts into a tangle of children's shouts and surprise as the books fly all about you. You see this image of a woman grasping a youngster, laughing, cackling, bringing the youngster in to eat, and then suddenly you're awake And you open your eyes from this book that you can barely even read. There was nobody but you in the library.
This is why I don't fucking read. This is the reason I don't fucking read.
Yeah, you've made her permanently illiterate.
Zavroski, on your way to leaving, you decided you have to make a quick stop at the privy. As you do, you hear the ceiling groan above you under the pitter-patter of little feet upstairs, as if many children, many small people were running upstairs. You're not sure what that is exactly. But when you get out of the privy, you find yourself on the bottom floor. And as you come to the bottom floor, you see that there are 3 children on the bottom floor of the establishment. Their very flesh seems to shift. It's not wholly transparent, but not wholly solid. Their voices seem to come from another world, echoing off of every floorboard, every wall around you. As they sing, "Ring around the rosy, pocket full of posies, ashes, ashes, we all fall down." And they lie upon the floor as corpses.
This is him conscious? Or did he fall asleep while taking a piss?
You're not sure because this is pretty weird fucking shit.
He would call out for his friends. Be like, Jake, Cole, Elona. Nothing.
Where
You
are
guys
asleep.
Yeah, no, you guys hear some. Well, you guys are all up at this point. You're like, and you hear Zavroski from downstairs. Like, he was here just a second ago, and now he's walking out, and you guys are all sort of like, and you're in the same room, and you're like, look, you kind of like sit up, and you're like, as Zavroski's calling you.
He'll walk outside to the stairs, like, hey, did you just get hit by a whammy?
Are these bodies real to you?
Do I see anything?
You see nothing. The children that you saw are gone. All the stuff that you guys thought you heard, you kind of like realize you sort of nodded off a bit. And
He was like staring up the stairs. He looks back and he's pointing at the floor. He's like, oh, they're not there anymore. I saw children singing Ring Around a Rosie and then they fell dead on the floor.
Well, it sounds like we got swindled.
Yes, we need to go see Agatha again.
And get our money back. And pay a proper contractor. Exterminator. That's the word I was looking for. Exterminator. It's late.
They exterminate dead kids and flying books and hag ladies.
Listen. Nobody saw these books.
I did. Right now, did. I'm holding one. You know I don't do that.
Wasn't that in your dream?
I assumed
Out
I
of
had.
character.
From what Roy described, it sounded like I woke up with a book.
Okay.
Yeah. So, let's see. Perception checks. Everyone, perception checks, please.
Ooh, perception checks.
But I don't.
Perception.
I'm bad at perception. Actually.
I see some of the stuff. Zavroski says all of the stuff.
I see all the
There you
stuff.
go.
Sees
All the
much.
stuff.
I see all the stuff.
I see nothing.
In Zav see all the things.
All right. Let's see. 20. All right, Zavroski and Elona. All right, so you guys. All right. Elona, let's see. Zavroski, you're on the bottom floor. Elona, you're on the second floor. Elona, you see what looks like a nervous half-orc boy sort of hiding behind one of the chairs on the second floor of this establishment. He's kind of behind this chair, clearly hiding from you guys. Zavroski, you see a small human girl, and she is behind the bar, kind of trying to surreptitiously peek up and watch you.
Hello? I'll take like 2 steps.
Zavroski is gonna kind of point towards the bar and say, "Do you need a drink, Jake?" And see if the girl does anything.
Oh, she hides completely. Elona, what are you?
Kids back?
Elona, what are you doing?
I've taken like 2 steps towards the little half-orc boy and just said hello. I want to see if he responds to me.
All right, make me a persuasion check.
Can I use my muscles?
Not in this.
I'm big and strong. I might be able to protect him.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Actually, I'll take it. I'll buy it.
Hell yeah, that's +5. 17.
All right. He initially sort of cringes and he looks up and he's like, and he's a small boy and he looks up and he speaks to you in Orcish and he's like, "You all seem very strong."
I am.
"But we are very scared. She will eat us like she has eaten the others."
Well, I'm the only she here, so I won't eat you. No, I won't eat you.
"Okay, then what? Who? Why are you here? What?
I live here?
I live here too. I think. Yes, I live here.
But you don't, because I live here.
Um.
And I have not seen you at all in, like, the, time I've been here.
Well, there are many of us here, but she's going to eat us all at some point.
Who is going to eat you?
He seems very scared. He says, "The witch. She eats all of us in time. We know it's just a matter of time until we are eaten by her."
Okay, so I'm gonna be straight with you. I have no idea what you're talking about, but I have a person who might. You want to talk to him? He might be able to help, and I can stand guard because I have big muscles.
Okay. Who? As long as he won't eat me too.
He is much smaller than me. He will not be able to hurt you.
Okay. Who is it? Bring
Hey,
him
Cole!
There
Cole,
you
come
go.
here.
Cool.
Yes.
Come here.
I walk over.
Jake, you're in your own room over there, Jake.
Yes.
And so during this, Jake, you actually see a human boy sort of in the corner looking out, and you notice him. And this human boy looks at you, and he sort of like hides behind this couch in the room where you are.
What is with the obsession with these kids in this house? Hey, kid, didn't I tell you to stay the hell out of here? Approach him and like kick him out of the house, out of the bar. He shouldn't be here at the bar. A bar is no place for kids. As I walk over to him,
and he looks at you. He's like, I can't leave. I can't leave. She'll eat me.
Who's gonna eat you?
The witch. She'll eat me. The witch will eat me. She'll eat all of us. She'll
Who's
eat
the
all
witch?
She.
Are you talking about Agatha?
No.
Well, what's her name? Maybe we can deal with this witch.
I don't know that she has a name. All I know is that she roasts us, she cooks us, she bastes us.
Where does she do that?
In the kitchen. If you take into the kitchen, you don't come back. Get me out of here. Help me.
Oh, come on. The door's right over here. Kid, we can get the hell out of here right now. Not that I want you here to begin with, and now you're freaking me out a little bit.
In the meantime.
Creepy little bastard.
In the meantime, Zavroski, you are at the bar.
Zavroski will create a illusory little trinket flower in his hand. Say, do not be frightened.
And this girl that was behind the bar, she her head kind of peek up, and she's like, "Oh, that's pretty."
It could be yours if you tell me what you're doing here.
I'm here. I was sent here because I have no parents, and I'm afraid. And you see this sort of haunted look. I'm afraid the witch will eat me. And she hides back again.
There is no witch here.
She's here. She's here. She's here. She is here. And the lights in the entire place go out.
Sweet Mother of God. Yes.
And the kids run.
Half-orc friend. I liked him.
And they you hear this, you guys all hear this chorus of children shouting, "Save us!" And down in the bottom floor of this place. Oh, where's the bottom floor?
I knew it. It was the basement the whole time.
No, not the basement, the bottom floor.
Oh.
Bar floor.
I thought we were on the bar floor.
No, we're upstairs.
Oh, okay.
Cole and I are upstairs. I don't know where Jake is. Zav is first floor.
All right, you guys hear this voice as the lights go out. This crone's voice slips through the manor, both a whisper and thunder, omen and off key. Hush, little orphans, don't cry no more. Mama Esther's at the door. Winter's quite long and money's tight, but Mama made for dinner tonight.
I hate it.
And the children that you all see, they disappear like, "Mama's home! Mama's home!" Ah! And they scream in terror and disappear from sight.
Did Cole see the half-orc before it disappeared?
Cole can. That's up to him.
Sure.
All right. And you guys, let's see. You guys are all separated, right?
Her? Like, do we have it? Does the second floor? The second floor has like an overhang to the bar, right?
I think so.
It does. It does, in fact. And you guys see on the bottom floor, out of the gloom comes the form of this sort of half shadow, half corpse. This hunched old woman that staggers, a ravenous smile painted on her ripped lips. And you hear this song continue. So hush, little orphan, the stew is hot. Hush, little orphan, get in the pot. Hush, little orphan, mama's got you. I've got you right where I want you.
None of us are orphans.
Her eyes are cloudy discs of red and milky white, and her skin gets her very skin crawling as she manifests herself on the bottom floor. And she's like, "They're mine," she whispers. "They've always been mine, now and forever." And her smile stretches as she cracks out. "It's supper time, children."
Wait, from up top, you'll see Cole point at her, and he's going to use his Hexblade's curse on her.
All right, this sounds like initiative to me.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I concur. Sounds like I'm about to do some dumb comic booky shit. Ugh, gross. Who got worse than me? Was Jake? All right, we're fine.
Oh, I'm at the bottom. Yeah. Last in initiative.
Woo woo.
First in your heart.
Oh, Cole would not
looking
have
right
temp
now.
HP at this point. We would have long rested many times between.
That needs to go bye-bye.
You can, yeah.
Wow. All right.
Did Cole, was Cole able to get his curse off? Or is that going to be his part of his initiative?
Hang on.
He's looking for a map for downstairs.
Why don't I have the downstairs map? What the
Map
hell?
me up, baby. See the map for where nothing happens. Swiper, no swiping.
There it is. Okay. All right.
Oh.
All right. Here we go.
For a second there, I thought Swiper got the map.
Nope. Swiper doesn't have the
Never
map.
know. There it is.
Aha, the bar.
The bar.
All right. So those are sort of the maps that we have to manage. Let's see.
Where does the overhang cut off for downstairs? Like if I were to perhaps.
Yeah, like if I were to jump from up top to the bottom.
Where would I land?
Looks like there's no overhang. Looks like it's just like all stairwells.
Okay.
Oh, you said there was an overhang.
But where's the stairs even on this?
Yeah, I don't see the stairs.
Are these going up? Is that going up?
Oh, I thought that was the front door.
Oh, I don't. These are yeah, I don't know which one the front door
I don't
is
like these
supposed
maps
to be.
at all. All right, so let's say there's a darn it. This is why I'm gonna just draw my own maps. Yeah, I don't think these are right. Oh, 3. Oh, jeez. Hold on. Sorry. Do.
Waiting is the hardest part. Whoa, how many doors are over there?
Well, you know what? We're going to use these maps, but we'll just use these maps as there. So let's say that the area above the bar is open. This. Oops. Yeah. I'll make a pointer. Darn it. The area above the bar is open. So if you want to jump down there, you can. And that is, oh man, 2-story combats are awesome.
Wait, these bitches.
All right, this is a significant enemy. If you guys want to try to fight this thing, it is.
Hell yeah.
Well, we don't really have much of a choice now, do we?
Well, it's a big deal. So we're gonna
You
call
said
this.
that about the other guy in the with
This
the
is
gun,
true.
and
You
he
did
was.
say this about the elf that we
Yeah, but my
decimated.
spell could not work, and then someone could die. You know.
Well, this is
don't have
a
backup characters, right?
legendary. This is a legendary enemy. So legendary enemies, they get to go twice per round because that's how they do. And she is on the bottom floor currently. I'll expose her to you guys on the bottom floor. Okay, so multi-level map. There is a oh shit! I need a child. Where's my children? Give me the children.
Let's assume we all came downstairs.
No, it's too simple.
Can you share the other map with me again? Because I accidentally closed that one when I thought we were moving to a different
The
map.
second floor, yeah, I needed to.
Which one?
Just share the second floor again, where everybody actually is.
That one.
Can't.
That's the one I need.
All right, there you go.
I closed it out too, Jake. I was like, oh, we all ran downstairs.
That's what I thought.
Where is my?
Okay, so are the stairs I'm standing by the stairs that are right here on this other map? Can I just run down the stairs?
Can, but I need my where did I put the down it? I did not. All right, so these are the tokens for the children.
Oh, we need the children. I thought the children ran off.
I'm sure they like ran to.
Well, they hid, but they.
I'm sure they were summoned by this weird fucking evil hag bitch. God, wouldn't it be great if after all of this emotional shit that happened with, you know, Jake and Elona, if Elona were to just fucking die?
It's more than likely Jake that's going to die, though.
All right, we're just gonna make up random children, guys.
Baller looking kid.
Now. You have higher AC than me. Try that again, Jake.
Where's Cole? This is supposed to be in the library, and
I mean, I only have higher AC because of my
Yeah,
mage
but you
armor.
need hours, so you're fine.
My mage armor.
My
Haha, guys, just joke. It was all a minor illusion.
Haha.
all right. So let's see. Initiative. Did we do initiative?
Yep.
Yes, we did.
But I'll roll again if you want.
No.
I'll do.
Okay. Zavroski, you have the initiative.
Where is Zavroski actually standing?
Ooh, good
'Cause
question.
I'd
You're on the
be
bottom floor.
I'd be somewhere around here.
Yeah, I think so. You're the bottom floor somewhere, and the hag manifests itself here near you. The two children on the bottom floor are hiding behind the bar. They're like ducking down. They're like, "Oh my god!"
All right. He's going to try to make the witch laugh. He just looks at it. You foul beast! And then he starts casting his spell.
Okay.
Come on, Tasha's hideous laughter.
Let's go. Drop it on. Woo! This is a very good enemy. Apparently they have advantage, but they still are prone and laughing on the very
Hell
first
yeah.
turn.
Oh come on. All right, fine.
Way to go, Zavroski. Yeah.
Oh wait. What was your 21? Okay. All right, fine. Okay, so they are prone in laughter. Let's see. How does that work? They
get a save on the end of their turn or whenever they are hit to
Additional
stop.
saves.
Yeah.
Additional saves.
All right. So because this is a legend. Oh, go ahead. What else do you have?
Who can I see right now? Can I see anyone that's up there? Above me?
Yeah, they're
I
on
assume
the
Jake's standing
banister.
right at these stairs.
Yeah, they're in the banister above this area.
And can I see either of the children?
No, they have ducked out of sight. Remember, they were like, ah!
Right. Well, because I was going to use the Mantle of Inspiration and they could have ran away using it. But
no, they ducked out of sight.
can I see Elona?
Sure, if you want to.
All right, so I'm going to use my bonus action, Mantle of Inspiration, to give everyone 5 temp HP, and you can use your reaction to move.
What, we can use your reaction right now to move?
Yep. And it won't provoke, but then you don't have a reaction, right? So if you go up next to her and want an opportunity attack, she can just run by you. But she's currently laughing on the ground, so.
I can use my
that
whole
resets on my
movement
turn.
for reaction.
Or is it? It can immediately use its reaction to move up to its speed without provoking opportunity attacks.
Oh, fuck yes.
So Jake will be down on the first floor by this table.
Yeah.
So Zavroski like glows in light and beauty as fey creatures kind of surround him.
Ooh.
And everyone's given an inspiration to rush down to save the world.
I would like to jump over that banister and land straight on the fucking bar.
Cole will take his movement to run down, and he'll get as close to behind this hag on the floor as he can.
Same, Elona will jump to the bar and get as close as she can.
Let's see. So the banister is like the top right. So you probably can't get behind her. The bar is easy, so we'll put you on the bar. That's easy.
Yep.
The bar is like a straight down jump. But if you want to, so you can kind of jump down here, Cole, but then
Oh, he was just gonna use the stairs.
Yeah, the stairs are right there. They're literally.
Yeah, he's
just
right next
walk
to the
down
stairs.
Jake's literally standing right at the stairs.
All right, so then you'll
stairs.
just run down the stairs, I guess, to here.
Okay.
Oh, are these stairs here by the hag, not the stairs down? They're leading down.
Oh yeah, yes,
Like they're
of course. Yeah,
That's where I want to come out. Is like just below Cole is where I want to be.
All right, you got it. Cole here, Jake there. How about that?
Yeah, I like it.
No, there. All right, fair.
Cole needs to be on the very front line.
You got it, man. You got it.
More like behind Cole and his hog.
All right, so that's all your reactions are used now. On
Now we can get
initiative,
to the second floor.
on initiative 20.
I can drop the save on her again. Because it's at the end of her turn, she would get the save for Tasha's.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. She can't take any. Okay. Let me
She's
check her.
currently laughing like a maniac on the ground.
Yeah.
It's pretty freaky,
She
to
did
be
fail.
honest.
And she's cackling. And she, what's that? A wisdom save?
Yeah. I can drop it because it's got my DC on it.
Okay.
Because it'll roll with advantage for you and then all that stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
Woo!
Are you
Hell
kidding me?
yeah.
All right. All right. You can't roll my rolls anymore.
All right.
John. John is hacking the roll system here.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
I'm just dropping the definite failure wisdom saving throw. That's where I'm dragging it from.
The
All
definite.
right.
I need to find where the definite failure list is.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yep.
All right, so that was initiative. That was initiative 20. Okay, we're gonna wrap up here in a minute. Cole, Elona. Let's see. Cole, take your action.
Wait, he will go right up against her
Uh-oh.
as his bonus action. He's going to cast Hex on her.
Oh. All right.
Oh, this your hex big curse or the hex?
No, she already has the curse on her. Hex is a spell.
All right. Cool.
Yeah. I'm stacking. And
That's
then he's going to swing his sword.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
Swing that hog. Oh, you mean your actual sword?
Is this a magical sword?
Yes, it is.
Choo, man.
Yes, Cole.
You even had advantage, but you didn't need it.
Come on,
Cole.
dude. This is all right, Cole. Wait. So hang on. So two. The remember the bonus die is always max damage. That's our house rule.
Yeah,
So
it's hard to do that in fantasy grounds.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. So 2 plus 8 is 10.
10 plus
Your
7.
bonus is plus 7?
Yeah, plus 2 from the curse,
Jesus Christ.
and then another D6 from Hex.
Wait. All right, roll your d6 for Hex. Jesus.
Wouldn't it just be max?
Hex is
It doesn't matter. You got max anyway.
you actually get the crit on the hex too.
So roll it again.
But he rolled
Oh, it's maxed.
the second one would be maxed. So
Oh my God.
6 it is necrotic damage though. I don't know if that makes a difference for the hex damage.
Let me check. It's not just, but this is all magic damage, though.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if it's magic damage, it doesn't matter. Okay, holy shit, Cole. She did 2
So
plus
12,
8, 10, 17, plus 12,
19,
29
19 plus
damage?
12. Yeah. In one swing.
Yeah.
And then he'll
Holy
come back
shit.
holding the sword in 2 hands in a defensive stance.
All right.
And that is his turn.
If you want to roll, I don't have to. You need to roll again to see if she breaks out of the laughter. Unless you want me to drop on again.
Oh, God. Yes, I'm rolling. I'm rolling my own damn roll.
DC 14.
DC
You're gonna make
14, con or wisdom? Con, right?
Wisdom.
Wisdom? Wait, no. For concentration's con.
It's not
It's for
concentration.
Tasha's
it's a saving
hideous
throw.
laughter.
Oh, every time she's hit. Okay, I got you. Here we go.
Yeah, every time she's hit. That's why this is a.
It's a dangerous thing to try to
You have
keep up.
another roll though, because she had advantage.
You shouldn't
When
have
I was
reminded
dropping
him. You shouldn't have reminded him. He wanted to roll for himself.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yep.
Fine. You're right.
Yes!
Should have just let you have the 11.
I'm glad.
It was a good first round.
Thank you guys for helping me out, especially you, John. Thank you for being such a great player who knows all the rules better than even I do. I love it. Yeah, so Cole goes out and just waylays this hag. And
You will not have these children anymore!
as she's lying upon the ground, cackling in laughter, and you hit her, and suddenly the laughter goes out of her, and she's like, Elona,
She's
you
still laying
do,
on the ground.
Elona, you do get to act.
First
Before-
things first. He's gonna turn to Cole and go.
Wait, Elona, your initiative is 11. Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, go.
She's gonna turn to Cole and say, "Impressive," and then she's gonna come up and we have flanking rules, right?
Yes.
She's currently prone right now, so
Oh, she's
You have
Yeah, you have
either way.
advantage
she hasn't
anyway.
gotten up yet.
Oh yes.
She stopped laughing, but she's still on the
That's
ground.
up. That's fine. We're gonna make 3 attacks with my flurry of blows because I can.
You guys are out of control.
No, it's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Does a 24 hit?
Nope. Yes,
Okay,
24 hits. Yes. Yes.
One away from
fine.
another crit.
Fine.
There it
7
is.
points of bludgeoning
Hobo
damage,
crit. Hobo crit.
and another attack because
Is it? Are these magical attacks?
Not yet.
they
Not
can-
until level
Is it
6.
is it supposed to be resistant? Because the bludgeoning might have to be lowercase for it to auto resist.
Yeah, no, it should be all resistant. Yeah. Yeah, you hit this. You hit her, and you're like, why aren't you taking as much damage as you should?
All right, well, I'm gonna hit her again. Yeah, I assume a 20 hits.
20, that's hit. Yep.
Oop. So 6 points, but that's she's resistant, so it's fine. Whatever.
And then one more.
One more. Boop. Does a 16 hit?
Oh, good question.
It says miss.
No, 16 is a miss. Yeah.
That's infuriating.
All right. So as you hit this creature, you realize that she's not all there. Like you're hitting her, but you're like hitting. Oh, it's almost like hitting smoke, almost like hitting the vapors, and she the vapors. She stands up and she cackles.
She's not real. She's like half fake.
You think
Magic! Use magic!
You think you're going to save these children? You will be in the pot with them.
All right, fuck me up, hag. I know it's coming.
And with that, unfortunately,
No, that's not fair. You can't stop.
I didn't even get my turn.
the session is over. We are 6 minutes over.
We missed last week, so we should be able to finish this combat.
This might take a little bit. She's not a pushover. This is
She's
not.
not-
Let's finish the first round.
It's going to be an amazing start to the next episode.
Wait, let Jake have a turn. Let Jake finish his
I
round.
didn't even get my turn.
Oh well, I guess Jake's gonna have to have his turn next time. Look, I would like to play D&D all night. If it were up to me, I'd play D&D all night. Unfortunately, we have to come back next week. So next week, the hag will get her second action this round. Is that fair? Is that even fair? And
I didn't even get one action this round.
Not yet.
I'm sour.
yeah, so. Bad news is that I play legendary creatures, and legendary creatures, they may or may not get multiple actions in a round. This one obviously does, as she has stood up. So we'll see. A week from today, no more weeks off. Anybody got any more holidays coming up? Anything?
I'm not going to be here the next 3 weeks.
What?
Give me my turn, damn it. No, I'm joking.
You have to be here next week for your turn. My friend, it is good to be back with you guys. Let me even tell you guys. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad we got to do this. We got a lot of emotional stuff tonight. I got to take some fun notes tonight. I got to write down a new word for tonight. This is fantastic.
Was it trouble?
My big quote is, "Don't you know children get killed in this house?"
Not wrong though.
It's true. It's true.
Just saying.
Not
That
wrong.
may get around
not wrong at
town.
all.
That may get around town a little bit.
Hey, 31 damage in a round
Yeah, look, like,
on one sword swing. Come
Elona is
on.
impressed.
Boom.
This is the cool
Cool.
part.
You straight up stabbed him.
Downtown, in-town adventures are really exciting because everything you say, everything you do has repercussions. Everything. Every person you talk to, everyone you save, everyone you don't save, even if you hear them scream for help out from an alley, all of that has repercussions upon
That was the wind.
the story. Clearly, the wind. Next week, Thursday, 9 p.m. Central,
No. you
9
messed that
p.m.
up.
Eastern.
8 Central.
9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. I'm trying to do the Eastern thing, but I'm not very good at it. We're going to find out how this combat resolves. So we're in the house, and we're going to give next week, Jake, should you survive this attack, you're going to get a turn.
Jake survives. Is he already being targeted? I love it.
It's got to be
Not the
yeah,
person
yeah,
that just
yes.
smashed her with a bunch of damage.
Or the one who's punching her in the fucking face.
Well, she was
I have to
prone.
assume it's an AOE.
She was prone, but now she stood up, and she's well. This is someone who is not. She has survived many.
She's not someone to be trifled with, young children.
She has survived decades here in the City of Splendor. Do you guys really think you're the group that's going to take her down?
Nope, we're all gonna die.
I really think so.
I guess.
Zavroski's near the door.
Never. Is that?
I go!
I mean, wasn't his flaw that he would run? I'm pretty sure his flaw was something about take the money and run.
Uh-oh. Well, my friends, next week we'll find out how this entire combat turns out. I hope you'll all join us, and we will find out if Zavroski... Well, we'll find the medal of Zavroski and the durability of Jake Dean Melshimber a week from today. 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. You guys ready?
Did it.
Until then,
Nerd out.
you guys are fucking amazing.